From Orderway Field on the campus of Pittsford Sutherland High School, Varsity Media welcomes you to tonight's Section 5 matchup as the Panthers of Pittsford entertain Webster Schroeder. So glad you're with us, along with Mark Vitacor. My name is Gene Battaglia. Two teams looking for their first win of the season. And unlike other years, Mark, it's getting late early here in this condensed season here for Pittsburgh, coming off a Week 1 loss where really they have only themselves here to blame for that Week 1 loss to Hilton.
Gene, it's great to be back here with you. Two first-class programs, a lot of history between both of these teams. They've had some great games these last 2 years. So going into today, though, this has got to feel like a sectional game, right? They're both coming in 0-1, both quality teams, looking to make plays and win the ball game.
Pittsford had a lead in the game against Hilton when we were with you last Saturday, and it was actually Hilton coming out away with that game. But anytime you turn the ball over 4 times, it's going to be tough to win any game, Mark.
They got to take care of the football. They've got to take care of the football, be themselves.
No doubt about it. Once again, the quarterback will be Danny Lothar. And as far as adjustments, what would you do differently if you were Pittsford heading into this game other than taking care of the football?
They called a great game. On both sides of the football. They just need to take care of the ball in the red zone, put it in, put up 3 points if you can't get a touchdown. And really the same thing goes for the Webster team. They've got to treat this like it's a playoff game, and they've really got to tighten down on those mistakes.
For Webster Schroeder tonight, and we welcome everybody watching, Webster Schroeder, they will be led by their quarterback, Braden Computis, and he's going to be looking to get the ball to Julian Cunningham. Traditionally, this is an offense that can put up some points.
Yeah, I mean, the Webster staff, they're going to put the ball up, figure at least a 25 to 30 pass attempts in this game, so you got to be ready for him to heave it.
Much different as we are going to be with you here as we will now break as we honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Face the flag and the full day of the field as we pay tribute to our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome you to Week 2 of the Section 5 football season here from Pittsford. Pittsford in the home Navy with the silver, and Webster Schroeder, the Warriors, in the visiting gold helmets, gold pants, and the white jerseys, as we'll have the coin toss coming up here momentarily. Schroeder's coming off a tough loss, 12-6 to Monroe, but there's nothing. Monroe's really good, too.
I mean, as we talked about before, Monroe played Webster tough last year. In Week 1, first 3 quarters, it was a great game. It only took that fourth quarter, a couple of nice big counter plays from Webster, broke the game open. But I'm not surprised. Webster's well coached. Coach Muhammad over there does a great job. And we're going to see, what kind of adjustments Webster makes in Week 2.
As far as adjustments for Pittsford on offense, they have a good rotation at running back, but one of the players, a freshman, we'll see if he gets a few more touches tonight. Felix Joyner, number 24, certainly has that game-breaking speed.
He does. He's stout. And he probably hasn't had, 2 or 3 years in the weight room with the Pittsford staff. Wait till he gets, those 3 straight years in that weight room to increase that power, increase that strength, because he's got the frame for it.
Yeah, and as far as another adjustment, would you expect to get William Clank more involved, the tight end, tonight here going against this defense?
I mean, you certainly want to get your tight end involved. I'm sure Webster's going to try to take something away from the Pittsford offense, and maybe Clank is that guy. So you're going to have to be open-minded. If you're Danny Lothar, you've got to take what the defense gives you, not try to force any footballs into Clank's hands. If he's open, take it. If he's not, get a first down, move the chains.
So Braden Pamputis wins the coin toss, and he is saying we're going to take it.
There we go. Take the ball, baby.
Yeah. Now, Mark, when you were a head coach, were you always deferring there? Because this is not how it was in the old days, deferring.
Yeah, we deferred every time. We took the ball once in overtime in a Section 5 championship game, much to the to my assistant's chagrin. They didn't want me to do it, but the players chose it, and we went for it. But otherwise, we always deferred.
So the Webster Schroeder, as the sun beginning to set here, this beautiful setting here. Sutherland, if you've never been here, well, once we get back to some form of normalcy where we all can attend football games, that'll be a lot of fun this fall, I'm hoping.
I mean, this is a first-class production that Pittsford's putting on, Section 5 leadership. Huge shout-out to the officials for all the work they're putting in to help this game go on the way we want it to go.
Yeah, and we want to thank certainly the Pittsford Athletic Department and everybody here for their hospitality and having us bring these games to you here on Varsity Media.
One of the keys that I'm looking for in this game, can the Pittsford defensive line and linebackers continue to pressure the quarterback for Webster? Last week, there wasn't a whole lot of pass attempts from Hilton. Webster's going to put the ball up. I thought just from watching that one game, Pittsford's defensive line and linebackers are extremely quick, very powerful. I think it's going to cause problems for the Webster pass. If Webster can get the ball out quick, they got a good shot.
Noel Guerra lets a nice one fly, and this is fumbled. Cunningham, though, will pick it up at the 10. Julian Cunningham to the outside, makes one man miss, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty against Schroeder.
Yeah, we might have a block in the back. Looks like LaRocca went in for a play and got pushed from behind. We'll see what it is. We're going to see here what kind of game plan Webster puts out here. A lot of coaches like to script their first series, sometimes the first half, and we're going to see what Coach Stump has.
Let's give you the starting lineup first for visiting Schroeder. Braden Pamputis, the quarterback. Hayden Leonard, one of the running backs. Number 9, Julian Cunningham, certainly one of the wide receivers. You could look for number 11, Nicholas Thorpe, 11, Eben DeMacher. And your offensive line going from left to right, James Lill, Phoenix Huang, Connor Gerhardt, your center, Mason Miscari on the right side, along with Connor Cleric. We'll get to some of those defenders here for Schroeder after the penalty. 1st and 10 for the 12, so not ideal field position here for Schroeder to start. Pamputis, the lefty quarterback, awaiting the shotgun snap. Pamputis takes it. Here comes the rush, checking down, and just offline, and you can tell right there the rushing that pass.
I'm telling you right now, the Pittsford linebackers and D-line, their speed, their takeoff, their use of hands, it's just tremendous. Reef step. I'm telling you, last week, if there was such a thing as a defensive line MVP, Benjamin Reefstack would have been mine. Played tremendously well, and right there, that entire defensive line made great plays.
Reefstack, one of those defenders, is now rolling Pamputis. He's going to have a man on the near side. That's going to be caught near first down yardage, and rolling ahead is Nathan DeMay, number 10. So DeMay going ahead for a gain of 13 and a Schroeder first down.
I mean, that's just well-timed throw. He put it right on him when he needed to. Coach Stump likes that route, and if you allow that quarterback outside the tackle box, he has the ability to get his shoulders around, get his hips around, and deliver a strike.
Benjamin Reefstack, Evan Nesmith, William Clank among those rotating in and out on the defensive line. Seth Regan, Zach Hestenblatt, Ryan Sampson, we'll call his name. You would figure a lot tonight. Number 17, Seth Trojan, and Elijah Rockoff. Linebackers here. 1st and 10 from the 23. And Schroeder picking up that first down. A long count. Play clock is down to 3. At 1, Pamputis takes the snap, drops the football, and he's just going to think the better of it and fall. So an unforced error, and that's going to be a loss of 5.
And if you watch that play develop, even though he didn't get the pass off, he dropped the snap, there were some vertical routes there. They were going to take a shot.
One of those corners we'll keep an eye on tonight, Caleb Cotton, number 1. And We'll see where they match up Cotton. The one receiver you have to concern yourself with for Schroeder is number 6, Julian Cunningham.
They've got no safety help over the top of him right now, so we're going to see how this matchup plays out. He's tightening down his alignment. Look for a corner route or an out route here.
2nd down and 15. Pamputis with 3 receivers to the near boundary. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Clank rushing in, and that ball, did it hit the ground? It is incomplete. So
it looked like a shallow screen of some kind because he tightened down his alignment. He came across the field almost on a shallow drive. It looked like he delivered the ball inside on a middle screen, but I couldn't tell exactly what that play was. Interesting play call here coming from Webster on 3rd and long.
3rd down and 15. We understand there's an audio problem. We are working on that. 3rd and 15 from the 18. Pamputis out of the shotgun. Cotton backing off here at the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Can Pittsford get off the field? Pamputis has time. He's going deep, wanting to make, going up. Cotton, jump ball, and it's incomplete.
That was textbook coverage. That was textbook coverage. And if you want to talk tech terms, he was in phase the entire time. He was past that hip. He was past that front hip so he could turn around, make a play on the ball. What a great job of getting himself in a good position, using his speed, really kind of getting his hand and replacing that wide receiver with his hips. Just a great play by Pittsford defensive backs. This is going to be a quick punt.
Yep, on 4th down, Pamputis, you figure a quick kick here is going to be coming up, takes the snap, and indeed, and that is not going to be the good kick at all. And the referees are going to mark it, still walking up, and I'm guessing the 40. Indeed, that's where they'll mark it. Great field position for Pittsford to take this first drive.
I mean, he's in trips with the quarterback at about 5-6 yards deep, and he's trying to get the punt off, and it works amazingly well at times. In that case, the pressure was so good that, I mean, the ball was just, I don't know if it was deflected, but it was close. Now let's look to see what Pittsford does here in this first series.
So the Panthers coming out, 2 receivers to the right. Rhodey will be the running back, wearing a new number tonight, number 39. Thank you very much for the tip there. It's going to be a gain of 7.
Gene, that's an unbalanced set from Pittsford, and I didn't see an adjustment from Webster, so I looked for Pittsford to come right back out in that set.
7 yards, 2nd down and 3.
And Pittsford, look at this. They're going to hurry it up here on 2nd and short. 2nd and 3 at the 31. The snap a little low, and the screen pass near side, and that will be caught. It'll be Petracek, and he gets down, knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line, a gain of 12.
Danny Lothar, if that's a true RPO play, read that perfectly. He read the apex defender. The apex defender, the outside linebacker, had to make a decision. Am I going to go in and try to help out on the run, or are we going to stay in the pass? He jumped the run. He threw the ball to the bubble.
Petracek will be lined up to the outside boundary. 1st and 10 from the 19 as a quarterback, Danny Lothar, out of the shotgun. Claps his hand. Petracek going into motion. Snap. Handoff going to Rhodey. Rhodey following his blocks, gets upended inside the 15 and down to 14 for a gain of 5.
Coach Jason Burness, the offensive coordinator from Pittsburgh, just really dialed into his first series of play calls. It looks very much scripted. I hope it is, because at this point, they're rolling.
Clock rolling on here. 9:15 to go here in the first. This is the opening drive. Started at the 38 for Pittsford. Now they have it down to the 14. And 2 men look like went into motion there.
Penalty flag.
And indeed, it'll be a false start.
These are the kinds of things that both teams need to avoid. They need to avoid penalties and turnovers, especially when you start creeping into the red zone. Now, in this case, they already had a good first down play. It's not that damaging. I look for Pittsburgh to settle down. Even though you're in a hurry up, you're trying to be quick. You're not trying to hurry up, right? You still need to be efficient.
Jackson Green will be the receiver to the near side on 2nd down and 10 after the 5-yard penalty. Kelly, the fullback, on the left side, and the handoff, trying to follow that lead, and then coming through and making the good tackle is number 42, Nicholas DeStefano.
DeStefano, that was a great play. I mean, he came in there. They run a 3-4, 3-3 stack style defense, Coach Banks, out in Webster Schroeder. And it's tough to find those knifing defensive linemen, those linebackers can squeeze in there on power. And did a great job, made a play.
So we went from 2nd and 5 now to 3rd and 13 from the 22. And, if you're Pittsford, are you trying to get – are you thinking we have 2 downs to pick this up?
This is 4-down territory, absolutely. You're trying to get a first down. You're not going to let up.
Kelly will be the fullback here, and Felix Joyner, you can tell who he is with the yellow cleats, takes the snap, play action. Lothar with time, throwing on the run. It's going to be not caught. Incomplete. Hit right at the end, and I believe that's Alex DeRosa in on the defense there, breaking that up. Clank the intended receiver.
Great defensive back play from Webster Schroeder. The throw was a little bit behind Clank. He had to use that back shoulder to make the play. Good contact from the safety. Let's see if Pittsburgh can put it through the uprights here.
So Noel Guerra will attempt the field goal here. So he is a soccer player. And with the ball going to be spotted at the 29, this is a 39-yard attempt. There is no wind here, or very light wind, we should say. Snap is down. Kick is up. This will have the distance. And it is going to be wide left.
I tell you what, snap, hold, and kick was textbook. So just the fact that you have the confidence to attempt a 39-yarder and the ball was good, really maybe to 40, 42, 43. But it was just pulled a little bit too hard to the left.
Well, for Schrader, that is quite a victory when they had the ball down to the 19-yard line, and Pittsburgh not coming away with any points here.
It is, and it just comes down to that one penalty and then a really nice play on that 3rd down or 2nd and long there. Now comes what will Webster do to start out the series?
1st and 10 at the 20. Pumputis taking the snap, rolling left, throwing on the run, and that'll be caught. And it's near first down yardage, and that'll be the first catch of the evening for Julian Cunningham. And I think the forward progress, they will give it to him.
It's the second time that the quarterback's been able to get outside the pocket, get those hips and shoulders around, and throwing that deep curl. I couldn't tell if it was a comeback or not on the far side, but that's tough to defend. You've got to keep the quarterback inside the pocket, number one. And then number two, you've got to find a way to sit on that route.
4 wide receivers with Caden Leonard as your running back here, and we're just waiting for the ball here to be placed here. The game clock is down to 6. Showing blitz. Here they come. Pumputis throwing on the run. Has a man on the near side, and that's dropped. Nathan DeMay started to turn upfield before he looked the ball in.
I mean, that's the same play on the other side of the field, really. And this time, though, when he rolled out, it was a little bit longer of a throw. The near side field defensive end did a little bit better of a job of preventing that quarterback from getting outside the pocket. Ball still should have been caught, though. It was well thrown.
From the 30-yard line, yeah. Pumputis off to a good start here, as once again they will go with this 4-receiver set. Long count once again. Takes the snap. Pittsford sends 4. Pumputis steps up in the pocket, floats one left side, and that'll be caught. Very nice catch on the far boundary.
Number 22, Patrick.
That is 22, Patrick Buttles going up the ladder to catch that.
I mean, it's an example, again, of his quarterback. Hey, throw to a guy that's open. Don't try to force the play. They've called 3 of the same plays really here on the first series, but that was a different one, and he targeted a new receiver. So prop to the quarterback there.
Clank coming in on the defensive line. 1st and 10 from the 40. Second first down for Schrader picking up on this drive. Showing blitz. Here they come. Pumputis throws, checking down, and that'll be caught. And that'll be a short gain. Reception by Evan DeMacher, number 13.
I mean, Webster Schroeder's using the pass game to run the ball. I mean, that was a quick throw. They've attempted 2 screens. They've had a bunch of rollouts. I mean, have we seen a rushing attempt from Webster Schroeder yet?
Short gain, 2nd down and 8.
But people that say, the Bills don't run the ball enough, I mean, they've perfected the short game. Is this how football's kind of evolving, Coach?
It depends on the coach. It depends on the philosophy of the coach and who you have at quarterback and who you have at the other positions.
Clock rolling on, 6:27 remaining in a scoreless first. Glad you're with us here tonight on Varsity Media. As Pumputis, and again, another long count. Play clock is down to 5. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz again. Throwing on the run, and that time he short-armed it as open at the marker was Cunningham.
There was enough pressure on him where he actually ended up, instead of working toward the line of scrimmage to deliver that ball, he was going horizontal to the sideline. Always a much tougher throw for a quarterback.
So now it's third down. 3rd and 8.
Pittsford has sent a blitz on virtually every play but has not hit their landmarks yet. Will they hit it here? Will they try some twists and turns and some different things here on this 3rd and long?
Showing blitz once again, and they will blitz once again as Pamputis throwing left side, and that's going to be caught another first down. Into Pittsford territory, that's going to be Cunningham on the far side.
We don't have the replay here, but it looked like another comeback on the far side. So tough to defend. I thought the Pittsford, I mean, it's really a curl route. It's really a curl route that, you could argue is a comeback kind of route. But the fact is the Pittsford defense did a better job keeping him in the pocket, but he still just put that ball right on his neck. Great throw.
A gain of 9, and this is the 3rd first down for Webster Schroeder on this drive. This is keeping the Pittsford offense off of the field here in the first quarter. As the sun beginning to set here tonight. Pamputis, it'll be another throw. Pamputis stepping up, throwing, going long over the top. Cunningham, did he stay in bounds? The officials looking, and they will rule him in bounds down to the 16-yard line.
Give credit to the quarterback resetting his feet and delivering a beautiful ball. I mean, they've been throwing underneath, and now they're out and up there. I mean, that was just a perfect throw. I was just going to say, I was looking to see if Pittsford might get into more of a press on the outside receivers, but when you do that, you run the risk of those double moves.
A gain of 33 as the ball down to the 16. And again, look at Schroeder running down the play clock. They're being very patient here as Pamputis with the play clock down to 2. Ready for the snap. Takes it right as it's expiring, and this is going to be our first run. It'll be a design keeper, not for much, a gain of 2.
You know what can be a challenge? When you run a single high defense like Pittsford does right now, it's hard to press those corners and take away those comebacks and curls, right? It's just a challenge that you have no help up top, right? So I don't know the adjustment you can make unless you drop somebody back, a linebacker maybe, so you can try to get a body on those receivers on the outside. Because right now they've had one rush attempt, hasn't been very effective, but they've been able to roll the ball out and deliver some strikes.
DeMacher will be the receiver in the slot to the right as, again, the play clock under 10 here. 2nd down and 9, the official down and distance. Pamputis checking down, and that will be incomplete, dangerously close to the line of scrimmage. Intended receiver on the near side, Caden Leonard.
I mean, there's an example of they're trying to just a quick, bubble to the running back, get the ball out, and despite that, Pittsford's pass rush still got in there. And really, Webster's done okay with the straight drop stuff, some quick game stuff, but for the most part, they've been most successful on the rollouts. But you can't live in that all game. 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and see if they look at Cunningham once again. He's going to be on the far boundary. 3rd down and 9, what might very well be 4-down territory. Here will be the snap. Pamputis, again, a fade pattern and a miscommunication. You see on the far side, Cunningham putting his hands to his helmet to say, oh, gosh, missed that communication.
It's miscommunication, but if you notice right there, in that trips look, I did expect more of a comeback rollout route into the trip side. And Coach Marriott put the outside corner here in press. That would have taken that comeback right out of the way. But now here on 4th and long, this is a check with me kind of an offense. The quarterback's right now checking with the head coach to see, hey, what play he's going to dial up.
Abby Neal is the place kicker for this Schroeder team. This will be her first game, but rather than go for a long attempt, it'll be 4th and 9. And again, looking back here with the play clock down to 2, and they're going to take the timeout. Why not? Yeah, it's important down and distance here for Schroeder.
Pittsford forced that timeout. So Pittsford loves cover 3. And it looked like they made a check to cover 1 there. And they do a good job of mixing up their coverages. In that particular case, the play before, if you watched it, when they were in cover 3, the number 2 receiver was running straight down the middle of the field, and he had a lane. Checking to man, maybe they called the same play, and they had to call timeout.
Just underway, if you're just logging on, it was Pittsford actually getting the ball inside of the Schroeder 20-yard line. but then a penalty. That's how it always starts, right, Coach? A penalty
Yeah.
against the down and distance. Schroeder forcing a field goal attempt, which was wide left, and since that field goal attempt, it's been Schroeder marching down the field, but now Pittsford with an opportunity to put an end to this. 4th and 9, deep in their own end.
I mean, I would say you could try a halfback screen here to the boundary, but their screens have been blown up to this point. One of the toughest routes to defend is this number 2 receiver or even the number 3 running a corner route. And if you look at the alignment of the number 1 here, that is so hard to stop in a cover 1 look here. Let's see what we get.
4 wide receivers here on 4th down. Pamputis awaiting the shotgun snap. Takes the snap, only 4 men coming. Over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete.
Oh,
and
no.
a flag coming in late. Evan DeMacher was the intended receiver. Coach, what do we have?
You know, I'm not here to criticize. I didn't see it closely. It looked like an uncatchable ball on the far side and looked like it was a clean defensive play, but he must have maybe grabbed onto him there at the last second. Tough one. That's a tough one to go against Pittsford.
Well, and you mentioned it, is the idea that was that a catchable ball?
That was, unless he held on to his arm or grabbed jersey or did something really blatant, it looked like a clean defensive play, but I'm not down the field. I'm way up here in the booth with you, so hard thing to see, you know.
Where else would you rather be?
That's right.
Marv Levy once said. Now, if you're new to the Section 5 game, this is not the NFL spot foul. It's not automatic first down. They mark the penalty yardage off, and it's going to be 4th and short. But now this opens up the playbook pretty nicely here for Schroeder, and now they'll use another timeout.
I mean, Schroeder could try maybe a bubble screen, a fast screen here, or just a quick hitch or a quick out or something like that. But I look for Pittsford to tighten up. They're at their best in these situations. When it's 4th and 2, 3rd and short, they typically play bigger. And I think it's a nice little chess match here between the 2 coaches from Webster and Pittsford.
Correction on that, it's going to be a timeout called for Pittsford. So they'll have 2 left, Schroeder with 2 left, as we're down to 4:25 remaining here. As down in distance will be 4th and 2.
This is why these guys make the big bucks. They're coaching up their teams. They've got them huddled up. You know, Coach Stump's trying to get his guys to, get a first down, trying to get them, hey, we need to get the snap. We need to be disciplined, make a play, get a few yards so we can put the ball in the end zone. Coach Marriott's saying, hey, we need to be on the attack, tighten down, make them make a perfect throw to the sideline, do something, but don't give them a freebie.
Boy, could Pittsford have faced 2 different offenses.
Unbelievable.
Like last week, Hilton is one. This is spread it out, and they don't really want to run the ball if they don't have to.
I mean, we've seen 1 run attempt from Webster, and last week I think we saw 2 pass attempts from Hilton. I think one was a reverse pass from Carter Clark, the tight end.
Well, Caden Leonard will be the running back here, as it'll be 4th and 2.
This is still a check with me. He's checking out what Pittsford's lining up, and they're going to make a decision on what they're going to call. See if they dial up a run.
Pittsford lining up many here near the line of scrimmage. Pamputis
Screen.
throws, and it'll be caught near the marker. And will they give it to him?
Nope.
It's close.
Nope. That was, first of all, I love the play call. I love screen down in the red zone like that. It's a great play.
Number 7, Sam Gines.
But Sam Gines came in there and made that play. I believe he prevented the first down. That was a playoff level play by the safety, Sam Gines. Love seeing that because the play was there. I mean, there was nobody there. Sam Gines is a safety, guys. And that was a halfback screen. The entire defense was faked out, but Sam read his keys, made the play. I believe this is short, Gene.
Well, here we go. Big measurement.
Oh,
They got it.
He might have had forward progress on that.
Yeah. Mark, don't worry. I'm
terrible
at judging from up here. It's way tougher to see did he make it or not.
You know, we had a big screen for instant replay last week, and we're having some technical difficulties right now, so I'm going to have to check it out on my iPhone.
Wow, the 5th first down of this drive here for Schroeder, and the clock will roll on. 4:09 remaining in the first. And now they're goal to go. 1st and goal from the 5. And the big running back coming in here, that's going to be Davis D'Amelio. And he will get the call, and he will get swallowed up.
That's number 44.
Wow.
Denial.
Looked like the ball might have come out late, but it is going to be so difficult to run the football against Pittsford. They're going to have to find a way to continue to throw the ball. It's so hard to do when you're this far down because the coverages get, tighter. You have a little less window space, so it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Stump dials up.
No gain on the play. Luke Heuser credited with the tackle. As Pumputis out of the shotgun, another timeout, and this time it'll be Schroeder taking the timeout. And gosh, this first half here.
What a great game.
Yeah, it's well, it's for Pittsford here. They've only had the ball here one possession as we are down to 3:21 remaining in the first. Another timeout called, so Schroeder will have one remaining here in this half.
You got to credit the Webster staff and the game plan to come out here and throw the ball all but 2 times. They've thrown multiple formations, rollout passes, middle screens, short, it looked like some sort of a shallow drag style, kind of a screen. Comeback routes, out and ups. I mean, they've really put together a nice game plan. They haven't been able to run the ball, but that's okay. They're still moving the ball. They're in the red zone here. And let's see if they can finish here against the Pittsford defense, put the Pittsford defense on their heels.
Glad you're with us here tonight on Varsity Media. Gene Battaglia and Mark Vidicor, director Joel Balthaser.
One of the things I'm looking for here, will Webster, attempt any kind of jet sweep, something that's just a little bit different in their playbook that they haven't brought out? Or are they going to try a rollout again, maybe a comeback? Like I said, in the red zone, corner routes, any kind of crossing routes, that kind of thing are tough to defend. Real tight alignment here from number 10. We'll see what we got.
Yeah, Jackson Green will be the defender on Cunningham on the far boundary. Here's the snap on 2nd and goal. Here's the blitz once again, and it's a fade pattern, and that was just throw it away as the pressure. 2 men in the backfield. Gines once again. Samuel Gines, the safety, coming up.
Okay, Coach Marriott's dialing up safety blitzes. He's having a good time here. He's sending Sam Gines on a blitz in the red zone. And Gines is smiling because he's going, Coach, really, me? You sending me? Let's go, baby. That was great. Great play call. Let's see what Coach Stump has as an answer.
3rd and goal from the 8.
Really doesn't matter what you call when you have a guy in your face like that you're not expecting. It's not a linebacker.
To the near side, DeMacher will be the receiver in the slot on 3rd and goal. Pumputis takes the shotgun snap. Under pressure again, stepping up, throws, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown. Touchdown, Webster Schroeder. And the Warriors take a 6-0 lead. That's Julian Cunningham with the 8-yard touchdown.
And really it just comes down to protection. The protection was sound. Not only that, the quarterback did a phenomenal job. Again, resetting his feet, delivering a strike. He's done it twice, one on the out and up, and there on the slant route and the touchdown.
71-yard drive.
Look at him, he resets his feet, gets in there, and just throws a strike. Good catch. I don't know how many catches he has in the first half, but he's having a great game so far.
Abby Neal for the extra point attempt. This will be her first in Section 5. Here's the snap, and it's going to be up. And that's good. And that's Abby Neal. And again, a fun story. She is a women's soccer player, girls soccer player for Schroeder, and went to coach a couple weeks ago. And Coach Stump said, you know what? Why not?
Why
Come on
not?
out. Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? She wants to play the game. She's playing the game. She's out here having fun in the 5A5, and she just put it through the uprights on her first attempt. Huge shout out to her and her family. That's awesome.
3:11 remaining here in the first, and Schroeder, what a drive. 71 yards on that drive, and they take a 7-0 lead.
Gene, 71 yards and a huge clock-eating time of possession drive for a team that really throws the ball almost exclusively. So just a good job of game management, really coming off of Pittsford had a chance to score, or they were threatening, and Webster's answer was stay calm, drive the football, make plays, and finish. Pittsford's fine. They're down 7-0. They've got to do the same thing. One play at a time, one snap at a time, move the chains, and finish.
So Neal will kick this off.
Abby Neal to kick off for the Warriors.
as we said in the red zone, one of the things we talked about, it's tough to stop with those crossing routes. It looked like it might have been some sort of slant arrow. I don't know if it was considered a rub route, but it was definitely a crossing route where the outside guy was coming in and the slot receiver was going out.
Neal gets some leg into this, and that's going to be dropped by Joyner. It's loose, and he does the wise thing and just falls on it. So the ball will be about the 33-yard line as Lothar and the offense will take over here for the Pittsford Panthers.
I mean, that was just a kick that, like a knuckleball. A knuckleball that was moving in pretty quick. It's tough to catch. You got to give with it a little bit with your hands. You know, you've almost got to use your hips and your legs. You got to sit with those catches. It's tough to stick your hands out there like that and try to stop the ball.
Jackson Green will be the receiver on the far side, and they'll begin this possession with the fullback. That's number 45, Aiden Kelly. 1st and 10 at their own 33. The Panthers down by a 7-0 score. And they will go back to the run game as Rhodey, some hard yards as he breaks it to the outside, and he'll be dragged down right at the 50-yard line, a gain of 17.
So there's an example. I mean, there's no panic in the Pittsford staff. There's no panic in the team. They're coming out here with 3 minutes to go, and in the quarter, and they dial up a power play, and it's a nice start to the drive for them.
Right on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10, and right back up to the line of scrimmage. And again, it'll be another run, and Rhodey plowing ahead, and he'll get a gain of 6 down to the 44.
I mean, he's a man possessed right now. He's running hard, and the offensive line is getting great push against that 3-man front. It's tough to run a 3-man front against power. You can do it, but right now Pittsford's showing some strength.
DeRosa with the tackle as they, again, hurry it up and going right back as Rhodey breaks a tackle, and he'll be good enough for the first down, a gain of 5.
You know, I don't think you have to get away from this by any means, but right now they are ripe for play action. At some point on this drive, some sort of tight end cross, anything to really, because those safeties are creeping up closer and closer. I look for that maybe in a play or two.
Ball at the 39 after the gain of 5 by Rhodey, and it's been all Rhodey, and they go back to him once again as he makes one-man miss in the backfield, and this time it'll be a gain of 4 down to the 35.
Danny Lothar and the center have got to get together, you know, when the defense out in the field and work on that snap. He's got to make sure that handoff is clean. That was almost a fumble on the exchange.
Seth Regan now will check in for Rhodey, as Green will come to the near side, guarded by Cunningham, as we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 6. Schroeder. They will not be able to prevent Pittsford from getting that first down. That will be the keeper, a gain of 7.
Danny Lothar, love the hard count. Keep the defense from guessing your play, guessing your cadence, and getting in there and getting that advantage. And obviously the play call, I don't know if that was a read or not, but if that was a read, not only did he read it properly, but he made a nice cut up the field, giving Pittsford the first down.
It's a drive that started at their own 33, and now they have it, flipping the field position down to the Schroeder 28. As Lothar running over to the sidelines, getting the call. The play clock is down to 8 here, so they're going to have to get to the line of scrimmage rather quickly. Green on the far side, is the play clock down to 2. The snap, Lothar handing it off, and that'll be Regan, and it'll be a short gain this time down to about the 36.
Here comes 39.
Sean Regan on the carrier.
Rhodey checking back in. Check that 26-yard line as Pittsford will not be able to take it to the quarter here.
Unlike last week, Pittsford has not really used a whole lot of that jet sweep action. They're really just kind of running vertically here.
Ball on the near side here, and the snap, the handoff, Rhodey. Open field tackle, and making that tackle, that's Jonathan Mayer, number 14.
Well, unfortunately, he overran his puller. He's got Gilbert Van Baren, number 71, pulling for him on the left side, and he kind of overran that pull. He's got to try to stay behind him, or Gilbert's got to move a little quicker. Either way, he couldn't get a body on the linebacker that he needed to block, and Webster makes a huge stop on 2nd down.
And that will take us to the end of the quarter. An 8-yard touchdown by Julian Cunningham, and that is where we're at after 1. It's Schroeder leading 7-0 here from Pittsford on Varsity Media. It has been a really nice drive here as we begin the second quarter for Pittsford. However, they're facing a down and distance of 3rd and 8 at the 26.
Again, this is 4-down territory. I look for power to the right side here, right behind Will Clank.
Rhodey will be the running back, and it'll be a play action. Throwing. Man over the top, and just out of reach, the intended receiver being number 4, Jackson Green.
I like the shot. I mean, you could tell it was going to be there. There was nobody in the secondary in the middle of the field. Love the play call, and he was open, just overthrew him just a touch. But now here on fourth and long, are they going to send out their kicker again, or are they going to try a play?
Well, Guerra missed from 39, so this would be even longer.
Yeah.
It would be roughly 41, 42, somewhere in that vicinity. So they're going to keep the offense on the field on 4th and 8 at the 26. Can Pittsford keep the drive alive? Lothar out of the shotgun, clapping his hands. Cotton going into motion, taking the snap, is rolling right. Yeah, it was Cotton moving toward the line of scrimmage. The throw, and it's going to be broken off. Julian Cunningham with the defense, and Schroeder will take over on downs.
So the hard thing about that play is that's a play that Webster runs, right? They run the rollout comeback route so much that these defensive backs have probably seen it every day in practice 10, 15 times. So you've got to sell the vertical if you're going to run a comeback. You've got to fly down the field with reckless abandon, throttle down at the last possible second like you hit a wall, and then work your way back to the ball. I thought he slowed his feet down, turned around, and really the defensive back worked his way back to the football and made a great play on 4th down.
So 2 nice drives this evening for Pittsford, but both of them ending up without any points. And now Webster Schroeder, who just matriculated their way down the field last drive, taking over here on their own 26. 1st and 10 with 11:48 remaining in the second. Four blitzers coming, and the check down, and that'll be incomplete. Having it for a second was Patrick Buttles, but Buttles was met right there, breaking up the pass.
Zachary Kestenblatt.
Hit hard on the play by number 14, Zach Kestenblatt.
I mean, he read it perfectly. They're running a cover 3. Got off his number 2. Came up and just delivered a shot. And it was a clean hit, Gene. Clean hit, well read. And now Webster here in 2nd and long. He's checking with his coach right now to get the play. I look for something to the boundary, back to Cunningham. They've had a lot of success over there.
Leonard has yet to get a handoff here this evening, and it'll be another throw. Pamputis taking his time. Now he's going to buy some time. Flag coming down. Normally that's holding. The throw is going to be good enough for the first down, but I think this is coming back. Patrick Buttles with the catch.
Looked like maybe number 76, Big James Lill, got away with one. We're going to see what the call is. I'll tell you what, despite the fact that it was a hold, once again, the quarterback from Webster, Pamputis, is just resetting his feet and delivering catchable footballs all night long. I'm really impressed with him tonight.
Doing a great job. Unfortunately for him, though, this is going to be with the ball back to the 10. Back to the 10 after the holding call. And those are what they call drive killers, as they got to get the ball up to the 36 here. So this will be second down and 26. Yeah, second and 26.
Pittsford has to make a decision. Are we trying to play an intercept defense or a pass rush, pass breakup style defense here on this call?
Linebackers milling around here as now the quick screen going to Cunningham, and Cunningham is going to be met, and the defense of the Panthers was ready for that.
They really were, and to be honest, if that blitzer just had a little bit wider of a path, he might have picked that off or deflected it.
Well, the flag coming down late here. Again, that was Kestenblatt in on the tackle, 14.
This is dangerous territory for Webster. They're already pinned.
Ooh,
what do we have? What is
we got
this?
A personal foul going against Pittsford.
Against the Panthers.
Coach Molinich is not happy about that at all. He's talking to his player, coaching him up. But that is a tremendous mistake. Hopefully they can get through it. It's still 2nd and long for Pittsburgh. They're going to be okay. But that is a huge penalty.
Well, you get the down over again instead of it being 3rd and whatever, 3rd and 18, 19, something in that neighborhood now. It's just 2nd and 10.
I didn't see what happened either. Was some
No.
sort of taunting at the end of the play?
Tough to tell from where we were.
Cunningham is here to the boundary on our side on the quarterback's left. Interesting to see if we get a throw. He's got a relatively tight alignment to the numbers.
And they got Cotton over on this side, so they don't flip their corners for Pittsford. It's Pumputis rolling, throwing against his body, and that'll be caught on the far side. That's going to be good for the first down. So going from 2nd and 26, Schroeder now will have 1st and 10.
That's backbreaking. It's backbreaking. Not for the game itself, but for that drive alone. Webster's got to be thinking that's a huge victory for them from 2nd and a country mile going to a conversion. Again, with a 3-man, front. It's so hard to contain a quarterback in the rollout. And at that point, he got outside, got his hips around, and made a perfect throw.
4 receivers on 1st and 10. 10:20 remaining here in the second, and we get movement ahead of the snap.
That might be on the defense, folks. Defense is getting a little bit frustrated. They've got to calm down. Yeah, I like this. If this is a timeout, I don't know if it is, but I do like the chance for a coach to calm down his guys. They're frustrated. They're frustrated.
Yep, it's like basketball when a team has something going. Let's break the rhythm. Sure. Let's reset here first. So 1 timeout remaining, and this will make it 1st down and 5 coming up.
I really think that a simple adjustment for Pittsford in this game, number 10 for Webster Schroeder, Nathan DeMay has been their comeback deep curl receiver, their possession guy. And that's pretty typical for the Webster offense. Year after year, they have a kind of a possession guy they expect to make those plays. They have another guy that's making more of the dynamic open field plays, and that's been Cunningham. If I were Pittsford, whoever's lined up on number 10, DeMay, I'm pressing him. I'm taking away that curl, that comeback route for the rest of the football game. He's going to have to beat me on a fade route, and that ball is going to have to be thrown perfectly to the sideline. Now, that still puts whoever's defending Cunningham in a tough spot. But the thing that Webster has really done, other than that one out and up, has hit that curl route and comeback route all day long. You got to take that away.
So both teams with 1 timeout remaining. You get the sense that both teams know it's week 2 about how important this game is for both teams as far as keeping their season alive in this condensed Section 5 season.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to treat this like it's a sectional game. This is a must-win situation, and more importantly, it's a must-win play for Pittsford here on defense and for Webster on offense.
Yep, 1st and 5 after the offside. And again, it's been throw here tonight for Schroeder. The lefty quarterback Pumputis has been accurate so far, and he's going to throw again. Pump fake. Rolling, throwing, and that's going to be caught. And no, it's going to actually be dropped. That was Nathan DeMay on the near side, not able to pull it in.
So when you motion your running back out on the trip side to the field, what you do is you're creating windows, right? You're creating windows for those hitch routes underneath, especially against a cover 3 look. There's already windows against cover 3, but when you roll out another guy and it becomes really 4 receivers, where there's only 3 guys in that space, there's going to be a window there. I thought Pittsford did a pretty good job, but again, the contain was not there to try to get him off his platform.
2nd down and 5. Another long count. Play clock is down to 5. It's Pumputis under pressure, getting away, and he's going to throw, and falling harmlessly incomplete as Cunningham was trying to get back to that ball. This will be 3rd down.
I mean, what a tremendous job on the pass rush. They got to him from behind and the front side. I like Coach Marriott's adjustment on that rush, and it prevented, once again, the quarterback from getting downhill on the rollout. You can't let him do it. You've got to keep him going horizontal to the sideline or even backward. At that point, he almost threw going back because he was being chased, and he took a shot. So that's a double win for Pittsford here, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 as Pumputis will have 3 receivers to the near side. Once again, Pittsford showing blitz. And the play clock again winding down. 2 seconds remaining, 1. And how about this? Schroeder with 10:05 remaining in the first. They're going to burn their last time out.
I mean, there's 2 things you got to be thinking about here. On 3rd and short, like this, or 3rd and 5, I look for maybe a throw to the boundary to Cunningham, solo him up, short out route, something like that. Maybe a hitch or something. If they're going to roll out to the trip side, Pittsford either has to blitz into it with an outside linebacker or an inside linebacker coming off the edge, but you cannot let him get out. And 2 plays in a row, they've really done a good job of forcing him backward. So we're going to see, will Webster dial up another screen like they did inside the red zone that Giants made that play on? But really, you could throw in a screen here with the aggressive Pittsford front.
So coming out of the timeout, we will have to the near side 10 DeMay. Cunningham will be to the near side, and they're also going to line up DeMacher. So top 3 guns going to be right to the near side. And
that's the first time we've seen this all night.
Right? Yeah. No, 3rd and 5. Yeah, lining up Cunningham like this.
Mm-hmm.
Long count. The snap. Throwing over the middle. It's too high. Incomplete.
Exactly, Gene, what we talked about in warm-ups. When he keeps his hands higher and his release points up high and it's coming back downhill, he's great. That point, his cage was so low that his release point ended up being from low to high, right? He started low and the ball sailed on him. You see that in the NFL sometimes, but those guys have been, Josh Allen's cage is down here, but, the ball comes out like a rocket. In this case, you've got to keep that cage in a position to make an accurate throw. He's been on all night, so no criticism, just that seems to be what happened on that play.
So you not 100% sure they're going to punt it here. Remember, they punt with the Pumputis.
This is a punt. 100% quick punt.
And a flag and
delay game.
Yeah, delay a game. So, now they'll have to punt it from 4th and 5 to 4th and 10.
If I'm Coach Marriott here on 4th and 10, if they're going to line up in that quick punt again, I'm sending the house. And I'm trying to block it because I want the ball deep in Webster Schroeder territory here going into, with 10 minutes going in the second quarter, I'm sending everybody. Maybe send one guy back, but let's go.
Gines will be back here for the Panthers in this punting situation. And again, they're going to blitz. No, they're going to go for it on 4th and 10, firing, and it's going to be incomplete.
What a gutsy play call, and it was there.
Cunningham was open.
It was there. I couldn't tell if it was dropped. I need to see if that ball was dropped. But I'm in a little bit of shell shock. I mean, I guess it's COVID. You never know what's going to happen. 4th and 10, deep in his own territory, takes that skinny post slant route and looked like he delivered it. But that's a win for Pittsford.
The defense giving the ball back to the offense in a very favorable position. Lothar and the Panther offense taking over here on the Schroeder 39.
Steve Marriott, his heart skipped a beat when that ball was thrown. All right, let's see what Pittsford's got here.
They're going to send out Rhodey. They've had some success running between the 20s tonight with Rhodey, so he will be the lone running back here on 1st and 10, and they will hand off to Rhodey once again, breaking a tackle, taking Schroeder defenders with him. He'll go all the way down to the 25 for a gain of 14.
I mean, he looks like he's put so much time into the weight room. His yards after contact, acceleration, his power, it really shows up. It really shows up on this tape live that he looks like a college-ready kid, just with how strong he is.
Tabor Sirianni with the tackle for the Warriors, and they go right back to the run in the open field. And again, it'll be Sirianni with the tackle, but not before another first down here for the Panthers. But what do we have, Coach?
Honestly, I think it's an illegal formation. I think the Pittsford wide receiver was misaligned. I don't know for sure, but I believe the receiver on this side was misaligned. That's what the claim is. He's supposed to be off, and even if he's on, he's legal, right? He wouldn't. The tight end would be covered in this case. But again, without being able to see a replay, I believe that's what occurred. Now we're not getting an explanation, unfortunately. It's
here it is. Yep, and wow,
that's a huge penalty. That's two penalties in almost identical situations. When you go back to the first quarter, right? They had a 2nd and short, and now they're or whatever they had. They had a holding penalty or something down here, offsides, and now Pittsburgh's got to recover. It's okay. 9 minutes to go, first down, put the ball back in his hands and go.
It also, I mean, they're on their heels at that point.
Yeah.
This gives them an extra second or two to regroup. 1st and 15 now from the 30. As the keeper here, Lothar, following blockers, gets upended as going down low. Alex DeRosa for that tackle.
I don't love that style of tackle, and I don't love the fact that Danny Lothar's head hit the turf like that. I'm sure he's fine, but, he got him down. He brought him down quick. I hope both these guys protect their heads.
Yeah, not the way you teach it. Well, gain of 4 on the play. Lothar taking the snap. And, again, he's trying to make something happen, and he'll get it down to about the 21. And what you would think would be 4-down territory, this will be 3rd and 6 coming up.
I look for Rhodey to get back involved here. He had, 2 or 3 straight big plays. If not that, maybe they're still in that power set. Very heavy set here.
They'll mark the ball at the 23, and this is power set here. You're not kidding. It's going to be Giants out of a Wildcat type of formation, and, that gets it inside the 20 and down to about the 18, but this will bring up 4th down.
Sam Giants been playing safety, doing a great job 2 weeks in a row. Gets the Wildcat call from Coach Burness and Coach Malinich. Big 4th down conversion here for Pittsford.
So Lothar will go back in here, and this will be more of a traditional set, you would figure.
Schroeder knows Pittsburgh's getting the ball in the second half. They want to stop here. They want to get the ball back and drive the field themselves. This is a big, big play for them, too.
Well, Schroeder has stopped twice today, once on downs, once on a missed field goal. Here will be the handoff to Rhodey. Rhodey gets upended. It's going to be close, and Schroeder is saying he's short, but I'm not so sure.
Unless the spot is exceptionally short, the spot on the other side of the field
is a first down.
But I was so wrong the first time we talked about this.
Well, Schroeder, the way they thought they had stopped him.
Yeah, well, it's theatrics, right?
You could sell it, right?
Good tackle, but and if I'm Pittsford, I'm feeding the ball to Rhodey all the way into the end zone here.
And Rhodey will be working out of the tail of this. What would you call this formation here?
This is his hammer formation.
Yeah, okay. The hammer formation. Has it'll be a play action.
Run it in.
Lothar throws. End zone touchdown. Touchdown, Pittsford. And we're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Okay. Love the play call from Burness.
Number 18, Brennan Smith.
The boot pass. Danny put that ball right in the neck of Brennan Smith. And he needed to. The coverage wasn't that bad. But he got his hips around, got his shoulders around, and just delivered a great ball. That's a huge, huge touchdown throw for Pittsford.
Brennan Smith with the touchdown, his first reception of the season. Kick is up, and it's good.
One of the hardest things to do against Pittsford, having been there, they run power so much that no matter how many times you coach your backside defensive end, stay home, stay home, stay home. They're athletes. They want to make plays. They're used to getting lulled to sleep. Well, the play is going away. It's going away. Well, in that case, there was nobody there in contain rush, and Danny had a choice. He probably could have run that maybe to the 1-2 yard line, but he chose to throw it and wisely and just threw a perfect ball. So credit to the Pittsford coaches making a call. They could have run that there, but they called a play action. That's confidence in your quarterback. That's confidence in your O-line, and Brennan Smith for making a great catch.
Mark, they call baseball the game in inches. No, it's football. Think about the play right before that. I mean, you get the first down with that effort by 1 inch, and then, boom, next play is a touchdown.
It just feels like the playoffs. I mean, it is for both of these teams perpetually, but the way they're playing the football game and the way these coaches are calling the game, it doesn't feel like a week 2.
No.
I mean, these guys are doing a great job. Again, credit to the leadership on both staffs, to the officials and everybody here. It's just been great.
Well, you think about how much work all these kids have put in. I mean, this began in September with the hope that we would get to this point. And now it's the fun part, playing the game.
They've worked so hard, Jim. They've worked so hard for this. The athletes, the parents, the coaches, all the teachers. I mean, it's just awesome to see this happening.
No, Guerra gets off a nice kick. It's going to be Cunningham coming up to it on the 15. Julian Cunningham getting tackled up high, and he'll get it out to the 26, a return of 11 yards. With 6:57 remaining in the first, we are tied at 7.
Love the effort because Cunningham was flying, but, I'd like to see a lower tackle here not just for the safety of the game, but just for the effectiveness of the tackle. At that point, he just out-willed Cunningham and wrestled him to the ground. We'd like to see him, aim for the hip a little bit and make that play. Either way, it keeps him in check.
It's been a decent evening for Braden Pamputis, the quarterback for Webster Schroeder. And he will have Cunningham to the near boundary, which means Caleb Cotton will be defending him.
Is Cunningham in the back? Who's in the backfield right now?
That's going to be number 9, Caden Leonard. As the snap, and again the throw, and they're going to work the screen, and they were ready for that. Spinning down Cunningham was number 14, Zach Kestenblatt.
I mean, Zach Kestenblatt's made that play how many times today where he's responsible for the flat. And both times he's used his hands well to keep the extension, keep that back shoulder free. And he's done a good job of, ripping off that block and then making the sure tackle. Great job.
No gain on the play. Clock rolling on, 2nd and 10. Only 3 men coming this time. The throw across his body, and that's nearly intercepted. Incomplete is breaking that up. Number 4, Jackson Green.
I mean, Jackson Green's a basketball guy. He's great in space. That was close to a pick 6. I like the fact that that's the first time really all night that Pittsford has attacked the comeback route. Not necessarily a great pass rush from Pittsford, but again, you can play 2 different ways. Are you playing intercept defense, or are you playing, pass rush and try to make an incompletion? At that point, they played intercept defense. Love the diagnose ability from the defensive back.
Well, they haven't blitzed here. Let's see what they're going to send here on this 3rd down. They're going to send 4. They break through. Pamputis in trouble, and he's spun down.
That ball's out. That ball is out. Gene, they have it. That's Pittsford football.
That is Pittsford football. You're right, Coach. 6:07 remaining, and Pittsford's going to have great field position as Pamputis coughs up the football.
If there was such a thing as an ideal blitz, you're going to blitz he's slanting to the play side, and you've got somebody coming from the backside. Quarterback never sees it coming. He's got eyes on a backer looping right into his face. You got to love that design, right? Because you can decide all different kind of ways you're going to blitz a quarterback. They guess right there. They put a guy right into his face, and then a nice strip sack from behind. Who was that? Who got that strip sack?
Yeah, we'll see if we can't find out here for you.
Whoever it was, huge momentum shift for the Pittsford Panthers lining up here in their hammer set.
It worked so well last time, and actually they threw out of this. As it'll be Rhodey once again out of the tail of this. He will get the call.
He just runs so hard.
That's number 39.
And he gets it down to about the 14, a gain of 5.
I like the hammer. They've been a little bit more effective in their straight pro power set. But, this is the head coach's bread and butter. He loves this stuff.
2nd and 5. And the handoff once again going to Rhodey. And that pile moving ahead once again. It's good enough for the first down. Down to the 9, a gain of 6.
The thing I like to see here from Coach Burness and Coach Molinis, they're putting unbalance out there in this set, and they're doing it to the boundary on your sideline. It's very difficult to see when you're the coaches on the far side. Now, there's guys up top who can see it, but they didn't catch it the first couple of times.
Now Joyner will come in here on this 1st and goal to go. Joyner getting the call, and Joyner coming from behind to make the tackle was Nicholas DeStefano, number 42.
Choose some clock, one play at a time. Very good defensive stop right there for Webster.
2nd down and goal from the 6. Joyner once again will get the call. No, it's a play action, end zone. It's a touchdown. That's Clank, the tight end, and Pittsford takes the lead.
Gene, that ball was lasered into Clank's hands, and Clank came away with it. What a throw. He really didn't have a lot of space to put that ball, and he just launched it. again, Coach Burness, confidence in his quarterback, confidence in his offense, Will Clank making plays, huge turn of events for the Pittsford Panthers.
So second touchdown pass tonight from quarterback Danny Lawther. Giants to hold. The kick is up, and it is no good. So our score remains 13-7.
You know, I know that happens occasionally in the pro game and occasionally in the college game, but, man, that hurts you in the high school game. You know, games that are this close, you're going to get those points back hopefully in the second half, but you'd like to get that one back and try to put one of those through. Either way, you have to look at the Pittsford defense on a comeback route, almost take it for 6.
Mm-hmm.
They finally prevented the comeback from being completed. And then the next play, they blitzed into the rollout, and they came from behind strip sack. I mean, you got to be, if you're a Pittsford fan, you got to be excited about some of the defensive adjustments they've already made. We're not even at halftime when you make most of your adjustments anyway. Now, what is Webster's answer? They've had a good first quarter. What are they going to come out and do here? There's still enough time to drive the field. They might have to have a little bit more of a sense of urgency than they had in that first quarter. What do you like here, Gene?
Well, they don't have to get points here, but what they can do is obviously the quick 3 and out and give Pittsford some great field position, because if you go down by 2 scores heading into the half and then you don't get the football coming out, that would be boding well here for Pittsford.
Great point. I think this is a high tense, a lot of tension right now in the Webster huddle on the sidelines. They got to stay calm, one play at a time, execute, try to move the chains.
It's going to be Cunningham coming up. Cunningham makes a cut. Cunningham to the 35, and he'll be spun down at the 38-yard line. So Julian Cunningham, you could say their best playmaker so far this season, with a nice return. Are you surprised at all that Schroeder isn't even really attempting to run the football here at all?
Well, I mean, I'm not really surprised because how effective they were in the first quarter. The problem is going to be eventually a defensive backfield and your pass rush and your coaches start to catch on. You're going to start teeing off on the quarterback as we may start to see, because you've got to find a way to stay balanced if you can. Now, will Webster do that? I don't know. At this point, they just got to move the chains and keep their cool.
Resteck will be the defensive end to the near side here for Pittsford. 1st and 10 from their own 39. The snap, and there's your run, and lowering his shoulder and getting some yards. It's a gain of 6 for number 9, Caden Leonard, his first rush attempt of the evening.
I mean, it already feels, if you're a coach, you already feel a little bit better about, a quick inside zone play and you get 6 yards. Gives you some breathing room in your playbook, a little more confidence for your quarterback, offensive line, and the team in general.
Again, these active linebackers for Pittsford here, you could say one of the strengths of their team is it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the 45, and just like it has been all night, Schroeder will use the play clock, winding it down now to 5. To 2, Pamputis takes the snap. Quick throw, near side. That'll be caught, and getting near the marker will be number 22, Patrick Buttles. And Buttles getting to the 50-yard line, a gain of 5 and a first down.
I mean, two big parts of that was nice little out route, and he gets out of bounds. So he stops the clock, they get a first down, and, they're not in a rush yet. It's still 3:55. I think until you get down to that, 2 minutes or 2 minutes and 20 seconds, you don't need to pick up that tempo. I think at this stage, just move the chains, manufacture your offense, and stay poised.
So there seems to be maybe a clock issue. Yeah, the play clock was at 9, so we're just kind of sorting this out here.
One of the things that was a staple in the Webster Schroeder offense last year was bubble screens, jet sweep, and counter to the boundary, and we just haven't seen it. So it could be something up front. It could be they're missing a guy or two where their playbook had to be reduced a bit. Whatever the case may be, the only run plays we've seen up to this point that I remember is a quarterback power, I believe. Maybe it was a quarterback counter early on that didn't go very far, and then an inside zone play.
They get the clock settled, and now it'll be Pamputis out of the shotgun once again on 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. 4 men coming, but now breaking through. Pamputis is going to have to tuck it and run, and doing the best he can in that situation as on the run there. Ryan Sampson, the linebacker, coming up and creating that pressure.
You know, I've run a very similar defense that Coach Marriott's trying to run, and he made the decision there to drop, get into intercept, position and try to put more bodies in coverage than usual. The problem with that is with a 3-man front, this near side defensive end got hooked just enough, allowed the quarterback out. Now, it's not backbreaking because he didn't get a first down, but it still gives them some wiggle room in the playbook.
Out of bounds, stopping the clock with 3:52 remaining. Now players like Sampson creeping up near that line of scrimmage, and here they come. The blitz. Pamputis off his back foot is going to chuck it, and incomplete.
Incomplete.
I mean, that ball was, wisely thrown away.
Ryan Sampson on
but
the pressure.
The pass rush right up the middle,
Third down
I would
and
still think
6
there
for
need
the
to be
Warriors.
a receiver in the same zip code of that throw. But
Yeah.
because he's between the tackles, I don't know if it needs to be. Right? I don't know. All I know is that ball was launched, and it was a good pass rush up the middle. It's 3rd and short.
Well, they went for it in their own territory earlier tonight on 4th and 10, which actually set up a touchdown for Pittsford. Here will be the snap, empty set as Pamputis fires over the middle. Has a man, it's going to be broken up. Not able to bring it in was Patrick Buttles, and Pittsford's defense will bring up 4th down.
That ball was perfectly thrown, Gene. That was perfectly thrown. And in my opinion, the wide receiver,
Incomplete.
it looked like he tried to make a basket catch. He's got to get over the top of that with his thumbs down. I mean, it really was a catchable ball. It wasn't an easy catch, but if there's any way to get your thumbs down so you can pull the ball into your body, it's so hard to pull the ball into your body when you have your hands open like that with your fingertips leading the catch. What a well-thrown football, good play call, but again, the Pittsburgh defensive back breaking it up.
Caleb Cotton on the breakup. Now remember, Schrader's out of timeouts. Play clock at 2, at 1, it's at 0, but they're going to allow the play.
It's got to be a penalty. It's got to be a penalty.
And the flag comes down.
Penalty flag.
That's sometimes the check with me style offenses can run into this early in the season specifically, not typically later in the year when you get in rhythm, but the quarterback's looking for the play call from the sideline. They're not huddling.
The Warriors.
They're in a really crucial situation,
Brings up 4th and 11.
and sometimes that happens. And the play clock gets away from you. It's an unfortunate thing because they were actually in a position there to relatively doable first down. Now it's 4th and 11.
4th and 11 as Pamputis. Nope, he will quick kick it, and it'll get some nice
That was great.
yardage here. The roll, it'll die out at
At
the 19, so that'll pick up a 30 yards net on the punt.
I mean, it's a great job by the Pittsford defense, and I like that quick punt from Webster because to drive the field the way Pittsford's been driving the field, it's been kind of slow and methodical, not a whole lot of big plays. Now I look for, if Coach Burness has something in there, not necessarily a trick play, but just something that's a little bit outside the box, this would be the time to draw it up. Not on first down, but somewhere in this drive, especially when you get in between the 40s and it's still before the 2-minute mark, look for him to open up the playbook a bit.
And quarterback Danny Lothar has 2 touchdown passes tonight, one to Brennan Smith, one to William Clank, the tight end, and they're going to go back to the 1 running back set and getting it up across the 20 into the 21. Rhodey with the call.
I just like seeing coaches and players confident, stick with their game plan, not panic. I mean, it's 3 minutes to go. They've got time to put together a drive. They've got to have a little bit of, up-tempo, but good first play call. Webster, though, was ready for it.
2nd down and 9. Low snap. Lothar's going to go long. He's got Green. There's some contact, and that's going to be broken up. No flag on the play. And the defense there by Hiller, number 8.
The ball got away from Danny Lothar. Something either in the grip of the football, but it came off his hand a little bit off. There's a flag down here. Don't know what it is.
I think they're saying sideline warning.
Usually this is a coach. This is a sort of a coach warning on somebody. If the fact it's on this side usually means it's on Pittsford. I doubt that it's all the way thrown here and on Webster on the far side. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a sideline warning against Pittsford.
I personally think that, the debate that's probably happening here is, was that a pass interference? Did the receiver have a fair shake in making a play on the ball? Looked questionable.
I thought Hiller grabbed Green on the top of the shoulder pad there.
But we don't make that kind of money. We don't make the referee money, so we're not getting into it.
I tell you, these guys do a great job.
They do. And that's a bang call, but I'm sure that's what the debate is on the sideline that's causing some of the problems, between the coaches where the sideline warning happened. But bottom line is, that was a significant play for Pittsford. The ball did get away from Danny Lothar a little bit. He couldn't pull his receiver outside the numbers and make him run under it. Instead, it forced that catch in traffic kind of play. And sometimes when you get a catch in traffic kind of play like that, sometimes the refs let the guys play, and it turns into kind of a little, I don't know, you just get a little battle for the football. I like the quarterback to put that ball a little bit more toward the sideline and a little bit further down the field so that Green can run under it because he has the speed to do it. So some of that's on the quarterback, some of that, whether the call should be there or not is irrelevant at this point. Now, Pittsford on third down has got to focus on getting a first down. They've got to focus on getting a first down, next play, and executing.
Well, this gives the Schroeder defense a nice long breather here. Big time play here for Schroeder. Can they get off of the field, get the ball back late here in the second quarter?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know what the conversation is right now or what exactly is happening, but we got a nice little break up here.
3rd down and 8, 2:57 remaining as Cotton will go into motion. Lothar takes the snap, rolling right. He's under pressure. A flag coming down. This might be coming back as Lothar will reach out. Well, if that would hold, it's good enough for the first down. But, Mark, I think this is going to go against the offense.
I didn't see it. It's likely some sort of hold in the backside.
Yeah, there's no question that they'll have to accept it.
Wow, I'm not – right at the end. It looked like they kind of fell over each other, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what took place there. Either way, it's a penalty that's not coming back. Looks like maybe he blocked him below the waist, like he fell and took his legs out. Either way, it's a 3rd and long. It's actually a little bit more of a stressful situation here if you're the Pittsford offense because you don't want an unnecessary turnover here. You don't want to take a sack. And you got to try to, if you can't get a first down, set up your punter for a more realistic punt. Try to get a 5, 6, 7 yard gain here if you can't get a first down.
Play clock is down to 7 as Lothar deep in his own end on 3rd and 19 in the pocket. It's going to step up. He's heaving long. He wants Green again. It's overthrown. And again, in on the coverage was number 8, Brandon Hiller.
I thought that was a better throw. He threw it so the receiver could run under it. It was more toward the sideline. It was just a touch. It was a touch overthrown. There's no doubt about it. But the coverage was so good, it kind of needed to be, right? I mean, that ball, I don't know if you could have completed that ball without a receiver going up and making a spectacular catch. And so, but he definitely got a better grip on the football, and the ball came out cleaner.
DeRosa will be lining up at the 41 here, so opportunity for Schroeder. As Pittsford punting from their own end zone. High snap, pressure, and that is going to be a wobbler of a punt. The fire call, everybody backing off from that, and that will die out at the 25-yard line, a 6-yard punt. And here's Schroeder with an opportunity late in the first.
I mean, the momentum that comes from that last drive in the negative for Pittsford. Like we said, trying to get your punter out of the end zone so he can get the ball out of there, it didn't happen. And now Webster's in the driver's seat for, if nothing else, maybe get 3 points out of this drive.
Yeah, in her first game, their place kicker, Abby Neal, making the extra point earlier. See where Coach would trust her from. Ball at the 25, and Schroeder's out of timeouts this half, too.
Soccer players just have great legs. And they're used to that pressure. So I would imagine seeing in warm-ups, I'm betting she could make it from here or close to it. But, maybe Webster can put together a nice little drive here. There's still 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. There's no rush. They've got to stay poised and move the chains.
So Pamputis will have 4 receivers. To the near side will be Cunningham. And here comes Pittsford again, the pump fake. And Pamputis throwing. There's a flag down. The ball is caught to the end zone. And do they mark him in? No, they mark him out at the 1, but what is the flag?
There's a penalty flag.
Might be a hold. Yep.
Oh.
Now, it's hard for me to see it, Gene, but it looked like what we talked about the last time they were in the red zone, about a corner out from the number 2 receiver. It looked like that might be what it was.
That'll be 10 yards.
And, man, what a missed opportunity there.
Repeat
Let's see.
first down.
Actually, he's the number 3 receiver. Yep, number 3 receiver ran a corner route. Tough route to defend. And it was well thrown, well played, well called. Either way, Pittsford benefits from that hold. Now with 2:11 to go.
Wow. And look where they mark it. They mark it at the 40, the spot foul. You have to get it down to the 15, so this is 1st and 25.
They've got no timeouts left.
Nope.
You got to find a way to pick up the tempo a little bit now.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left. 3 down linemen. And a 4th coming here is Pamputis, pump fake, pulling it down. Now he's got room on the far side. There he goes, 35, 30, and out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down close to the 20. A nice scramble there for Braden Pamputis.
You know, Coach Marriott's, he's handcuffed there. The defense has got to, they've got to decide, are we going to send pressure and risk another long throw down the field, or are we going to drop? But when you drop with a 3-man rush and you don't have somebody for contain, sometimes that kind of thing happens. It's tough to make that decision with that front.
A 20-yard scramble from Pamputis, so we go from 1st and 25 to the manageable 2nd and 5. And again, the play clock, they will take every second they can off of this.
Very tight alignment right here.
The snap and the handoff, and nothing there is hard to run. That's going to be Clank and others there. No gain on the play.
Number 5, Will Clank.
With no timeouts,
Number 89,
and then 3rd down, the clock's starting to become a factor here in the play calls for Webster. Now, they still have enough time for really for 2-down territory here, maybe even a field goal attempt. But, man, they've got to try to get a 1st down here.
Scott McDonald also in on the tackle. As we're down under a minute and a half remaining. 3rd down and 5. Pamputis under pressure, and now he's going to go. Had no shot there. The jailbreak blitz there for Pittsford, and that's all the way back to the 34.
You know, you roll the dice sometimes, and what an opposite play call that was from the defensive coordinator at Pittsford. You know, they're dropping 8 guys in coverage, and then they're sending a 7-man rush. You know, and you're a high school quarterback, you got 6-7 guys running at you. That's tough.
Where do you go? And we get a whistle, and Pittsford will use their last timeout. So everybody out of timeouts with 48 seconds remaining. And what do you do if you're Coach Stump here? Do you just do the quick kick here and just go regroup here at a half, or are you taking a shot here on 4th and long?
You got to take a shot. Your quarterback's been playing great football all game. Take a shot. You know, if you don't have something in the wheelhouse, a double move, you know, maybe come back to that corner route. You got to trust your quarterback to make a play and your guys to make a play. You're not in a position right now where you're risking anything, you know, terrible. I say take a shot at it. Take a shot at the end zone. See what you get. You know, if you can't get the end zone and it's an interception, as long as you don't allow a long pick 6, let your guys play. It's a game.
So the ball will be at the 34. They've got to get it to the 15. 4th and 19.
Watch him take a knee, and I'm going to be eating my words. Yeah, I mean, Coach Marriott's telling him right now, hey, you got to play your 111th. Do your job. Don't try to do somebody else's job here. Don't try to be a hero. Do your job well. Make a play. Get us into halftime. Same thing Coach Stump was saying. He's saying, hey, let's make a play here, see if we can either score a touchdown or get a first down and maybe get another crack at it. It'll be interesting to see the play selection here. They've taken a couple like skinny post slant routes that were open earlier in the game. One was dropped, and then the other one was broken up down here. Let's see if they come back to it.
Yeah, Buttles is in the slot to the near side, and that was the player that had the shot last time. The snap, they're going to go for it. It's going to be a check down to Cunningham. Oh, a lateral going to the near side, but that's going to be well short there as Caden Leonard will be marked out of bounds at the 30. Like the play call, but 4th and 19, those are hard to convert.
I mean, it's a bubble screen in Navy that I love the play call, but it's tough to run that against a veteran, seasoned defense. You know, I mean, these guys are disciplined. They were sitting there waiting on it, but you can't take away the fact that Coach Stump said, "Hey, we're playing a football game here. Let's take a shot. Let's see what we got." I like it. You could sometimes in a situation like that, you actually call that on 3rd down, right? Not on the 4th down desperation play. Sometimes those trick plays hit earlier in the series, and it's a little bit, you catch a defensive coach off guard. You know, if you throw that on the all-out blitz, maybe it hits. But you throw it on 4th and a mile, it's tough.
It does not look like they're going to take a knee here. 41 seconds remaining, but they're out of timeouts. Here will be the snap, and the screen to the near side going to Clank. Clank plowing ahead. He'll be short of the first down, and he's going to hop right back up here.
Love this. I just like these guys letting them play. Let them play. Call the game. See what you can get. Practice your 2-minute drill.
Oh, well, that's a favorable spot there. That would technically be a first down, but here we go. Is Lothar throwing across his body. He's got a man, and that'll be caught by Cotton, but he does not get out of bounds. No, did he get out? He fought for the second effort to get out of bounds. And that'll stop the clock with 8.5 remaining.
A couple seconds might get put back on the clock. I couldn't tell if he waved them or not. Look, again, Bernis, Malinich, Pittsford, Coach Stump from Webster, letting these guys play. And with 8 seconds left, I don't know what kind of play call you're going to get. But again, I think maybe 2 more seconds should end up on that clock. He blew it dead at close to 10 seconds, if not over 10 seconds.
So you're right, Mark. They're going to put at the clock at 10. And we'll see how good Danny Lothar's arm is here.
He's got an arm.
So they're going to line up Clank to the near side, Cotton to the near side.
I'd like to see a shot to is it Jackson? I'd like to see a shot to Jackson Green.
Jackson Green's going to be on the opposite boundary. He's got Cunningham on me.
Yeah, if I'm Pittsford, I'm finding a way to, that cornerback is playing off, and there's a safety over there on the hash. It's going to be a tough throw. Man, I'd love to see him get the ball in open space. He's just so dynamic.
Well, as they sort the clock out, this is a benefit for Coach Malinich, is he's able to tell his guys what he's looking for here.
Yeah, I mean, there's 10 seconds left. There's no timeouts on the clock. This is still relatively risky, but I love it.
Lothar out of the shotgun could be the last play of the half. He's going to step up. Now he's going to take off. Doesn't like it, and he's going to be inbounds, and that'll run out the clock here to end the first half, where Pittsford, thanks to 2 Lothar touchdown throws, leading 13-7, Mark, and what was, I thought, a very well-played first half by both teams.
Great first half. Contrast, first quarter, Webster Schroeder just dominated that one drive, right? I mean, I shouldn't say dominated because Pittsford played really well, but that one clock-eating drive from Webster was so well done that maybe I thought Webster would be able to come back to that. But it's so hard you're just putting the ball up in the air over and over and over, and you're really running the same series of plays. Eventually, savvy defensive coordinators and the players out there started to catch on to, okay, we got to take care of this curl route. We got to take care of the quarterback and tank. The thing I look for Webster Schroeder going into the half is they had some open guys on those crossing routes, those skinny, posts and slant routes that they missed. But they could be there in the second half. For Pittsford, it's, hey, keep powering the football, stay with your identity, and finish. Continue to finish. Lothar's, they've had faith in him to finish those drives through the air, deep inside the red zone. So, credit to the guys great first half of football.
We're going to step aside. We'll come back with 1 minute remaining on the clock right when they're kind of stretching out here. You know how that works here. We're at the half where Pittsford's leading 13-7 over visiting Webster Schroeder. You're watching Varsity Media.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming.
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Greg Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
Videography. And photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games.
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
Be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
School events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.
And welcome back to Orderway Field here on the beautiful campus of Webster Schroeder High School. Pittsford Sutherland High School. Webster Schroeder tonight trailing by 6, 13-7 as we are coming to you live here on Varsity Media. Great game here so far we have tonight, Mark Vitticor.
It's a great game. First class environment here. Both coaches doing a great job. You know, and Pittsford opens with the football. So what are they going to do when they come out? Are they going to come out and ground and pound with Rhodey? Are they going to come out in that hammer set? Or are they going to turn Lothar loose a little bit and try to loosen up the Webster Schroeder defense?
Tonight, as we review the scoring, it was Schroeder on a 71-yard drive. Cunningham getting the 8-yard reception from Pamputis. Extra point was good by Neal, 7-0. But then it was Pittsford scoring twice in the second. First, Smith with his touchdown, 15 yards, making it 7-7. Clank then a 6-yard reception on the play action. Extra point was no good, and that's where we are right now, 13-7. And we were here last week at Pittsford Sutherland, and Danny Lothar, you can see he feels it looks more comfortable here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's a ball player. He's a gamer. He's going to make his plays. And the coaches are going to have faith that he can make those throws. So I look for Coach Burness to keep the playbook wide open, despite the fact that the score is really less than it's a touchdown and without the extra point. Mm-hmm. You still got to try let these guys play. Let them play, have fun, let them sling it.
And there you see Lothar.
One of the things I look for, Gene, is what are we going to get from the Webster Schroeder safeties? Reason why I say that. Mm-hmm. They've been creeping up. And they ran a play-action pass, if you remember back, in the red zone, and they tried to hit Jackson Green on that skinny post, and they just missed it. I would love to see them come back to that. If not to him, maybe to Clank, on a crosser or an out route. One of the hardest things to do for this Webster defense is the way they frame up that D is to stop just a simple play-action arrow route to the flat. It's so tough to stop because you're expecting that safety who's keying that kid to run all the way to the flat to make that play because the linebackers are flying into the backfield on a relatively aggressive, run blitz, pre-snap run blitz, scheme. So I'm looking to see what are Coach Burns' halftime adjustments, what's he going to do to try to maybe get a few chunk plays in this half.
Abby Neal to kick off here for the Warriors. Remember, they won the coin toss and elected to receive, so it'll be Pittsford here. A nice end-over-end kick to begin this second half as the return now coming. And that'll be across the 30 up to about the 32. Jake LaRocca taking it. And it's good field position here to start for the Panthers as we begin the second half.
I don't know if Coach Molinovich is going to love that on tape. I think the way that return was set up was a little bit broken on this side, or the returner maybe took it to the wrong alley, or somebody squeezed through. It's still pretty good field position, but it looked like the blocking broke down right here around the numbers, and that's exactly where the ball carrier took the return to. Let's see what Burness dials up for play one.
So Clank will be the tight end. He'll line up on the right side of the line of scrimmage. And once again, a new number here tonight. Nathan Rhodey wore 44 last week. Tonight wearing number 39. Here will be the snap. The throw batted into the air, and that's incomplete. And sometimes if you can't get to the quarterback, that's the next best thing, and it'll be a 2nd and 10 down in distance coming up.
Well, it's James Lillier throwing into an oak tree. He's huge. He's 6'4". And to be honest, you almost on a quick game, pass game, you got to tell your tackle, you got to say, hey, attack that guy. You can't drop back like you're in a 5-step there.
2nd and 10 from the 33. And here will be the first end around tonight. It's going to Cotton. Cotton turning it upfield. He's got the first down up to the 45, a gain of 12, and a Pittsford first down.
I mean, last week against Hilton, he hit one of those where he turned it up. He has very good vision. Very good vision because, sometimes a high school kid gets a jet sweep and says, I'm just going to force it outside. Well, he read the leverage of that outside block, and he cut it up underneath it. Very effective. Gets him a first down.
Tabor Sirianni with the tackle on the play. 1st and 10, and Klenk will go into motion. The tight end now on the left side of the line of scrimmage. And the call will once again go to Rohde. Rohde gets hit, keeps moving. You're not going to tackle him with an arm tackle. That was Jonathan Mayer. The safety coming up, and Mayer is actually down on the play.
Gene, 2 things about that play. Number 1, I love the formation shift from Pittsford because it actually caused some problems for the linebackers of Webster. They were out of position. The problem is the same thing that happened early in the game. Gilbert Van Baren, number 71, is a guard. He's pulling to lead on that play, and the running back outran it again. You've got to be patient, try to stay behind that guard, or that guard's got to be – he's got to move because, man, that was 1 block away from a big chunk run play.
Walking off the field will be Mayer. So coming into play safety now, Caden Leonard, number 9.
You've got to tell your guards at that point, you got to get your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage sooner and move, sprint, accelerate upfield.
Gain of 6 on that last run. 2nd down and 4 is the ball now in Schroeder territory. Fullback going into motion. Now it's Petracek going into motion. The snap, and it's going to be a screen to Petracek near side. He's got the first down, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. As making the tackle was Leonard, but that was a gain of 8 on the play, and another Pittsford first down.
They're cruising now. They ran that play early on in the game. They completed it, ran it again to perfection. Good throw, almost batted down again by James Lill, but Lother's release point was good and delivered a strike.
Fullback is Kelly on 1st and 10. And again, it'll be another screen going far side. That'll be Jackson Green. Jackson Green across the 30 and down to the 29. A gain of 12 and another Pittsford first down.
I mean, that ball snap caught, the ball was out in a second, and it was thrown right to the neck. When you get that ball right there, you can run after the catch easily. So it was an accurate throw and a good run after the catch. Very good stalk block up top.
Pittsford on the move, opening drive here in this 3rd quarter. Another screen, and this going to Jackson. And Jackson Green makes the cut. Jackson Green inside the 20 and knocked out of bounds. And clearly Pittsford's this adjustment they made at halftime is working.
Well, I mean, they're throwing to the flat. We talked about it. It's so hard to defend the flat in this defensive look. You can, but you're expecting one guy to make that play, and Jackson Green made a miss in space. But back to Danny Lother. That snap was low. He made the catch, adjusted his feet, and still delivered a strike. He's doing a great job. He's having a great game.
1st and 10 from the 12. Clock stops with 10:28 remaining here in the 3rd. The handoff going, and that's going to be Rohde, and Rohde will plow ahead down to the 4, a gain of 8.
Good offensive coordinators keep the defense on their heels. You can't really predict. This is textbook offensive play calling in this drive.
Rohde will stay in here on 2nd and short. They can get the first down without getting the touchdown. The snap, the keeper by Lother. Lother lowering his shoulder, and no signal. Yes, there it is, touchdown.
His whole body was in on what they're waiting for. Great play, good blocking up front, QB power, dial up the touchdown for the Pittsford Panthers.
5-yard touchdown run, so Lother now has a rushing touchdown to go with his 2 passing touchdowns. And for the first time tonight, it's a 2-score game as Pittsford now leading 19-7. And let's see, do they go for 1 or 2 here?
You want a clinic on how to call an offense, study that drive. Because there was nothing about it that was typical. Everything was kept the defense off balance. Everything was well mixed. Huge hats off to Coach Burness and the Pittsford offense.
And a timeout will be called by Pittsford as they want to go for 2 here, having missed the last extra point.
I mean, just the Jackson Green getting involved into the offense was clearly a help. But you got to also credit those outside receivers. They're coached up. Hey, when you're stalk blocking, you've got to maintain your leverage, and you can't give up on the play. You don't know where the play is going to hit. It could hit inside, could hit outside. Just stay with it. Don't hold, but stay with it. And they did on 2 plays, and both those plays ended up being kind of chunk plays, especially this one on this side. The jet sweeps, one of the first jet sweeps we saw really all game since last week. He did a better job covering up the football there, but I'm very excited to see a quality drive put together for Pittsford. And they got to be excited about it going here up 19-7 in the third quarter.
19-7. This is the 2-point conversion, and head coach Keith Malinich talking along with his offensive coordinator. They're making sure they get the play in they want.
And they want that too.
As Rhodey will remain as the running back. Petracek and Cotton will be the receivers to the far side.
I'd like to see a throw to Jackson Green here, maybe a slant route.
2-point conversion as Cotton goes into motion. Snap. Play action. Lothar is going to roll. Can he get to the pylon? No, he's going to throw, and he's got a man touch. Well, 2-point conversion. You get the idea.
Well-designed play. I didn't see that coming. They're running jet sweep to the field. They booted back the other way to the quarterback's right. He really potentially could have run that in. Well-designed. 2-point conversion goes. They make up for that missed extra point. And when you're the head coach, you got to be it's still, even though it's a 2-score game, it's still a good feeling to make those points back up in this football game.
William Clank catching the 2-point conversion. He also has a touchdown tonight. And now our score 21-7. And we've seen Schroeder move the ball here tonight, but now this is a drive that's going to be very important coming up down by 2 scores.
I mean, that last drive was very similar to Webster Schroeder's first drive. It was methodical. It was well thought out, well executed, and I think Webster can still do that here in this quarter. There's no reason to hit a panic button down 2 scores, really with 9:55 to go in the third quarter. Chew up, move the chains, complete the ball, stay poised, and make plays.
Cunningham, one of the 3 returners ready for this. Guerra, and he's going to squib kick it. And that'll be on the far side. This will be Stack with the return.
Oof.
And he gets drilled up at the 25.
Hit hard by number 89, Scott McDonald.
McDonald with the tackle.
Scott McDonald, great tackle. It's got to be exciting for him. Scott, getting out there in the special teams, making plays. Hey, special teams matters, man. It's fun to see. It's fun to see these guys, make those plays out in the space.
Just logging on here, Pamputis, the quarterback, really nice first half, moving the ball at times.
He's a baller, man. He's slinging the ball, having a great game. He's been getting pressured here in the second quarter. Let's see if they dial up some quicker throws.
And the handoff will go to Caden Leonard. And trying to get around the left side, and that will get up to about the 30. And that's a gain of 5.
Your playbook's more open there. You've got to win first down to keep your quarterback from taking on those 6 and 7 man rushes. And they did it. So a good first down play there allows your quarterback a little bit of breathing room, your OC to a little breathing room. And now, I like, if I'm them here, I'm taking a shot on some sort of vertical post route, something to pick on that cover 3 if you can do it. And I like it right here on this play.
They'll give him 6 on that play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pittsburgh creeping up, and they will send 2 extra. And the handoff again going inside. But Pittsburgh just so good at reading their keys. 3rd and short coming up.
It's just so hard to run on this team consistently. Their defensive line's quick. Their use of hands, their ability to displace that offensive line has been tremendous this year, even last week against Hilton. And now on a 3rd and short, this has been a tough conversion. I don't know what their 3rd down conversion rate is, but I can tell you that right now, this is a big one for Webster down 2 scores.
Trey Wallman, 22. 58, Stephen DeMayo checking in on 3rd down and 2. Play clock is at 8.
Roll out this way.
You called it, Coach. And there's the throw, near side, coming back to it, and it is going to be incomplete. It was there. DeMay couldn't bring it in.
I didn't mean to call that. Really, it just, you got your running back shifting to the field. You got your comeback route. It's something they've been really comfortable doing. But the pass rush was good enough, again, to keep him from coming down, getting downhill. And you've got to have a cannon to make a throw like that going away from your side. I mean, he's throwing opposite. He had to get his hips all the way around as a lefty to throw to his right. Tough throw.
And it looks like they're going to go for it in their own end at their own 33 with the clock stopped with 8:11 remaining here in the 3rd.
Coach Stump's got no fear. He went for it earlier in the game. I have no doubt he's going to go for it here.
It's 4th down and 2. Will the blitz be coming? It is. Everybody coming. Pamputis backing up. Screen throws, and the ball's a little high, and it's going to be turned over on downs. The pressure causing that incompletion.
The pressure caused it, but a defensive lineman sat on that screen. Who is that? Is that Reefsteck? What a play. I'd be praising him up and down on tape. Looked like number 56. What a play. 58.
That's DeMayo, Stephen DeMayo.
That's one of the best plays in the game. I mean, he's got a defensive lineman sitting on a screen pass, getting into that window, preventing the quarterback from delivering an accurate throw. Hats off to the coaches and to the defensive line for making that play.
Now Pittsford can really seize control of this game, up 21-7. 8:06 remaining in the third, and they have great field position starting on the Schroeder 33. Lothar, who has 2 touchdown throws and a touchdown run here tonight, steps, plants, throws, right side, the quick throw, and that's going to be plowing ahead. That's William Clank, the tight end, and it's positive yardage.
How do you defend that play? Unless you can get off that stock blocker, you just go to a straight man press. It's so hard to defend a quick screen like that when your quarterback gets the ball up so quick and so accurately, and the stock block is as good as that is.
2nd down and 4. Long count is Lothar. Play clock now down to 10.
He'll be power.
Keeping it himself, and he'll be short of the marker as the ball will go down to about the 25, a gain of 1.
48, Alex Simon.
Still 4-down territory here, Gene. I mean, I look for them to, go for it no matter what. I guess you could try a field goal if you don't get it here. A lot of new formations coming from Pittsford in this half. They're really trying to open things up and try to, keep that defense on their heels.
Alex Simons, number 48, with the tackle for Schroeder. 3rd down and 2. Big plays here for Schroeder. They need the ball back. Here's the screen near side, and it's going to be incomplete. And that's one of the few ones that was off target tonight for Lothar. 4th down coming up.
It was, but it was a low snap. You're asking the quarterback to catch the ball almost like a shortstop, get his bearings, and then still deliver an accurate throw. He's done it all night, but in that case, the ball got away from him. Trying a field goal here.
Interesting.
Oh, maybe they're gonna go for it. Let's see. I heard the hammer word, so if I hear that, I know Coach Molina he's taking it in.
Yep, there it is. And out of the tail of the eye here.
Uh-oh.
Getting the 1st down. That's going to be number 17, Ryan Simpson. And there's a fumble. Is there a fumble? Webster's jumping up and down here on the far side. And it's going to be Schroeder football.
That's too bad because he really was 1 tackle away from really scoring a touchdown.
Wow, what happened on this? They pick up the 1st down, Sampson does.
He got hit low here. Boom. You know who that's the same? That is Alessandro De Rosas made 2 kind of, submarine tackles right at the quad. And nobody likes getting tackled right there. Coughed up the ball. Great hit. Huge hit for the Webster defense to force a turnover and give them some life.
Yeah, that was the play they needed. Now Webster getting the ball back, down by 14 as we're nearing the midway point here of the 3rd. Pamputis takes the snap. He's got time, throws over the middle, batted into the air, and that's going to be incomplete. Pressured at the last second to Mocker, the intended receiver.
Protection was good. Pittsford dropped most of their guys in coverage, and that's risky when you're throwing the ball in the middle of the field with, 7, 8 guys in coverage. That's just a tough ask for your quarterback if you're not throwing it to the perimeter quickly. And, Pittsford guessed right there.
2nd and 10. Another pass, rolling, throwing across his body, and that's going to be caught. Wow, how is that not picked? Somehow coming up with it, that's Patrick Buttles for the 1st down.
Oh, Sam Giants took a shot at it, and you tell your safeties, hey, be aggressive, go make a play. In that case, he thought he could pick it. I think maybe you try to split his arms there and try to wrestle it out rather than try to go with 2 hands. If you can put your near hand in between his hands, try to intercept at the same time, you'll at least break up the pass and maybe pick it off. If you go 2 hands on your own, you better get it.
First down for the Warriors. 3 receivers near side, and the roll out to the far side, and that's going to be broken up. Jackson Green with the defense there for Pittsford.
I mean, Jackson Green's a basketball guy. He understands space, he understands leverage. That's that comeback route on the rollout or the deep curl, and Jackson Green did a better job throttling down his hips, almost mirroring what he saw from the wide receiver, and he broke on the ball. Very, very good technique from Jackson Green.
Wallman checking in, number 22, on 2nd down and 10. The snap. DeRosa under pressure. He's going to throw far side and just in and out of the hands, trying to. The toe tap on the far side was Cunningham, and now it'll be 3rd and 10.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to deliver a ball on the run when you are close to the sideline. Josh Allen makes it look easy, right? He rolls to the right. He's almost tapping the sideline himself, and he's throwing perfect throws 30 yards down the field. That's hard to do. And he almost did it. But you've got to get your hips around just a little further when you're that, because the line is straighter. You know, you've got to get the hip around just a little bit more to keep the ball in bounds.
Pisico is the running back here on 3rd down and 10. The snap, under pressure, setting up that screen, and that is lucky that fell incomplete.
I tell you who's lucky is the official. He just almost got taken right out. And Will Clank, I'm not sure who it was, but man, oh man, that could have been ugly. And I like the play call. It's a good play call. But Pittsford's seen that screen now 4 times, maybe 5 times in this game. It's the proper call to try to, go up against that aggressive pass rush. And Pittsburgh's starting to take away Webster's strengths. They're starting to take away their stress plays. They're starting to take away their chunk plays, the comeback route. So what is the answer from Webster? Only down 2 scores. Game's not that far out of reach. So what do we got here? I think you're going to get a quick punt here.
You get a quick punt here. Whistle.
What do we got?
It was at 0. Play clock. It's a delay a game or timeout.
That stings.
Yep, they are going to call delay a game.
Oof.
Second time that's happened for Schroeder this evening.
I think that they weren't sure what to call. Based on the formation and the halfback adjusting to one side, I don't know if that was going to be a punt. Now it might be, but the play before, I think he actually called the play.
On the Warriors, 4th and 15.
4th and 15, and Pumputis waiting the snap, and indeed he's going to punt it away, and I think somebody got a piece of it, and well, the end result is going to roll out of bounds at the 42, so that'll be a 15-yard punt, and once again, Pittsford gets the ball back up by 14.
Pittsburgh's defense right now is playing with some swagger. They're playing with more confidence. They've settled down. Coach Marriott is praising right now his linebacker. I believe he got a hand on that, and he's feeling also a little bit more, moxie and confidence going into this game. Pittsford offense now, Coach Burness, one play at a time, continue opening your playbook. Keep your playbook open. Have some fun.
Coming in at running back here will be one of the young guns here, 26, Kyra Edwards. It'll be a throw, however, as Lothar will fire. He's got Green, and he will lower the shoulder and get out of bounds, and that'll be close to a first down. They'll give it to him, a first down gain of 10 yards.
Good snap. Good catch on the snap, and just a good throw. I mean, the timing of that is so tough to defend.
Ball at the 32. Kelly, the fullback. And the handoff, that's going to go to 26. Edwards goes down to about the 30, gain of 2.
It's some variation in the offense, a little counter play. I like it. They've been running power so much. It's a good decision to try to change it up a little bit. Again, keeping that defense on its heels. What will Webster dial up here to try to either A, force a turnover or get another stop?
DeRosa making the last tackle there. This will be 2nd and 8. The snap, throw, near side, and it's dropped. That's one you'd like to have back. Jake LaRocca on the near side. Now it'll be 3rd and 8.
That's tough. Pittsford's his confidence is shaking a little bit. He had a tough one last week. Very, very good athlete, good player. You got to try to catch it with strength. Catch it with strength, see the football, and then take off. He can still get it done. Long season, third and long.
So 2 receivers to the right side, and it'll be Lothar on the keeper. Lothar trying to get on the right side. Evades 1 tackle. He's going to get the first down.
Gee, that was a running back style run. Good read on the block. Jump cut, and then bursting upfield, showing a little bit of power and finish at the end of that run. He's having himself a great day.
Buttles making the tackle, but DeRosa had a shot at him and gets it down to about the 20. So a fresh set of downs here for Pittsford. Looking to put this game away, up 21-7 here as we're in the third quarter.
This is a crucial 4-down series here for the defense, right? They need a stop. They need to come away with no points.
On the end around, here's going to be LaRocca. And breaking a tackle and keeping going. LaRocca to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Pittsford. Jake LaRocca. That's a 20-yard run, and the score now 27-7.
He's got some wheels. He's a track kid. He's got a good stride. Love the form. He just runs so well. And he runs hard. He ran hard at the end of that play. The stock block, once again, the effort from the guys that don't get on the stat sheet was spectacular. Who was it on the outside? Look at that lead block. Who is this out here on the outside? Number 4, Jackson Green. That was outstanding.
Jackson Green in for the Panther touchdown.
What is this formation?
Muddle huddle, baby.
Yeah. And
Giants.
It'll be Giants. Giants trying to get in, and is he in? Yes, that's a 2-point conversion. Sam Giants.
2-point conversion.
Yes, he gets it in. It's now 29-7.
You know, all the head coaches and OCs and special teams coordinators, that green light, the muddle huddle, that's one for them because that doesn't always work. A little speed option. Giants read it perfectly, got himself into the end zone, and right now Pittsford is in complete control of this football game.
You see Jake LaRocca, the replay of that touchdown, and now it's 29-7 and 29 unanswered points here for Pittsford.
It really is. I mean, what a turn of events. Really, the second half for Pittsford, the defense has been just tremendous. They've made the adjustments they needed to make, and the offense, 2 drives in a row, has just been so dynamic. And it starts with Danny Lothar. He's doing a great job throwing the football. They're not sitting there running conservative, hey, we're going to run the ball 10 times around. They're letting him put the ball up in the air. You're putting some jet sweeps, into the game. I just like the way they're calling it. Hopefully Webster, for their sake, can recover, put together a drive, and bring the game back within reach.
For the Panthers.
Noel Guerra will once again kick off for the Panthers.
You know, one of the things that's hard to do when you're a quarterback like Webster's right now, he knows he's dealing with a heavy pass rush. That's why they've had to put in some screens, and you don't want to see him take unnecessary hits late in the game when he has to put the ball up over and over and over. So hopefully they can still continue to attack the perimeter. They don't necessarily need to attack vertically on every play. If you're going to attack vertically, you might want to do it early in the down, right? First down in the series, because you wait till it's second and long or third and long, they're going to be sending the heat.
So for Schroeder, return by Cunningham will bring it out to the 27. 3:56 remaining here in the third. And the receiver to the slot to the right will be Evan DeMacher, number 13.
The secondary from Pittsford has had a very good half. Let's see what Webster can do.
The snap, Pumputis in the pocket. He's going to roll to his left. With time, pump fake, and he'll scoot out of bounds, spun out of bounds by the Pittsford defender. and they'll mark him out at the 32.
I mean, it looked like maybe a four-man rush, but they used a QB spy there with the inside linebacker. You know, he didn't have a whole lot of coverage responsibility. He was there for the spill. The quarterback did a good enough job of keeping him from getting the first down.
Ryan Sampson with the tackle, getting him out of bounds. A gain of 5. Palumbo will be the corner on the far side for Pittsford. The snap and the play action, and it's going to just be the keeper, and Pittsford reading that the whole way, a loss on the play.
Yeah, that one gives me concern because he didn't look like the most confident runner in that power play. He looks a little more confident when the play breaks down the pass and he's able to take off, but in that particular play where it's a QB run, you know, he didn't look too sure of himself. The blocking wasn't, you know, the way I'm sure they drew it up, and now they're in a third and long situation.
That was Kestenblatt. We've called his name and number a lot tonight on the tackle. 3rd down and 7. Now pressure, and there's Kestenblatt coming off the edge, a sack.
I mean, this is the thing. If you had to give a defensive MVP for Pittsford in week 1, it probably would have been Reefstack. But in week 2, Kestenblatt has made play after play after play. In the run game, in the short pass game, now he's blitzing off the edge. Credit to him and the entire Pittsford defense for the way they've played.
As Pamputis, you would think, would punt it away. Gines to return. Last time getting off the 15-yard punt. And the rugby-style punt is going to be blocked. I believe, actually, that was Kestenblatt with the block, getting it again, and it's going to be down at the 5.
Get that man a hot dog. Where's the hot dog stand? Scott Barker, we're here. I know it's COVID, but we got to get ourselves some concessions. He deserves something for the game that he's had. What a play.
Let's see who gets this. Is it Kestenblatt?
Yep.
It's going to be Kestenblatt with a block. Wow.
You know, Steve Marriott he's got a smile on his face. He's walking away. You can see it through the mask. He's excited. He's happy about the way his defense has played. And how can he not be satisfied with the way they've stepped up since that first drive that put him down 7-0. 29 unanswered points.
Felix Joyner will be the running back here on the tail of this hammer formation. He will get the call. Joyner toward the end zone.
Number 24, Josiah Joyner.
And he will be short.
You know, it's a little thing, but when you watch the way Lothar delivers that handoff so consistently, it doesn't seem like much, but he presents the ball well, good extension. His eyes are always in the same place, which is important because when you get to the play action, if it looks, tastes, smells, sounds like run, it's more effective. So credit to him in his technique.
Correction, Josiah Joyner, Felix being his dad, Josiah Joyner will get the call again. Josiah Joyner toward the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Pittsford. And with 1:46 remaining in the third, the Panthers now go up by a score of 35-7.
At this stage, Pittsford's going to be able to, really start getting some of their younger players. That was a younger player right there. I mean, you're talking about a freshman or sophomore. What grade is he in?
He is a freshman.
He's a freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about, hey, start rolling in some of your younger guys, and they're already in the game making plays. Got to give a shout-out to the offensive line for the way they've played.
Extra point attempt by Guerra, and that is going to be no good.
Extra point attempt is no good.
Looked like maybe kicked a little bit of the turf, dragged their foot in the turf and got caught. It was good snap and hold, and just maybe try to kick that a little too hard and drove their foot into the turf and couldn't get good contact on the football.
Well, special teams setting that up, and it's Kestenblatt with the block punt, and then Joyner bringing it in here, and now Pittsford cruising here in a game that they had to have up 35-7.
It's a risk that you take running the quick punt, out of trips, and we've tried it before on teams that I've coached, and it can work if you do it right, but man, it can be catastrophic if you do it wrong. And I mean, Pittsford, props for that, right? They want that block. They know the momentum swing that it can be in a football game like this. Right now, with the score the way it is, Coach Stumpf is trying to keep his team poised. Hey, let's keep it poised. Let's drive the field. We're not going to, give them any field position. Let's try to win this drive. Let's try to win this drive and maybe get ourselves back into the football game.
Cunningham, one of the 3 returners back for Schroeder. And it'll be a kick on one hop that Cunningham will get. Makes one cut. And Cunningham will bring it up to the 30-yard line.
Good coverage on the kickoff team. I mean, there's really been no big plays other than the out and up that we saw early in the game from Webster that the Pittsford special teams group or their defense has allowed.
So for Schroeder, this is see what they can get together here. They had a really nice drive, one in which they had 5 first downs. That was their 1 touchdown drive in the night that went for 71 yards. But they really haven't gotten it to Cunningham. They took that play away there, Coach.
Yeah, they've done a good job taking away what Webster has done best in the first quarter.
The snap is Pamputis. He's under pressure again, throwing, and that's going to be caught by Cunningham, who breaks a tackle, and Cunningham will get it up to the 46-yard line, again at 16.
I mean, that's another example of that's a play you kind of know is coming. It's come back or deep curl route, roll out. But if you're going to break on the football without a hand between the receiver's hands, you better pick it off. Otherwise, you've got to get that near arm, split his arms, and then maybe go for the pick and try to wrestle it out. Because he was in position to break the play up. Instead, he went for the pick and allowed a relatively significant chunk play for Webster.
Sirianni is the running back. Buttles will be in the slot to the right here. 1st and 10 at the 45 as we're nearing a minute remaining here in the third. Here comes the extra blitzer as rolling now to the near boundary, throwing across his body and incomplete. Very tough play there for Pamputis. It's incomplete.
Good job in the pass rush. They prevented him from getting upfield. Couldn't get his shoulders around. Coverage was good, and just a good play overall for that defense. But he also didn't make a catastrophic mistake and try to force the football to his receiver there. And now they still got life on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
One of the things that Webster might be able to do if they have the time to do it is some sort of double move again or a corner out. I mean, that trips corner out they hit on the penalty was a big one.
The snap a little bit high. Pamputis throwing, and it's going to be caught on the near side. DeMay, short of the first down, gets it into Pittsford territory. Gain of about 6.
DeMay has had a good game. He's had a strong game on the outside. He's that prototypical possession receiver that Webster likes. But I thought the secondary, Cotton made a nice play there. He didn't try to do too much, didn't jump to try to make a pick, couldn't break up the pass, but made the sure tackle.
So Schroeder looking back at the sidelines, as they do as the play will be signaled in. This will be the last play here of the third quarter. Pamputis looking, throws, far side, and that will be caught. Cunningham coming back to it, trying to cut it upfield, across the 40 into the 38, and we will go to the fourth quarter. It's been a night for Pittsford here. 35-7 our score. As we head to break, we thank you for watching Varsity Media. Yeah, and if you're in need of perhaps a recruiting video, anything like that, or you want us to come and do the play-by-play for your school, absolutely. Call Varsity Media. We would love to hear from you. We appreciate you logging on. And by the way, tell a friend.
Big school, small school, we'll do it all.
Here's going to be the snap. It's Pumputis in the pocket. Pump fake. Throws. It's going to be caught by DeMay. DeMay gets leveled. That, well, be 10 on the short. I think they're going to give him on the forward progress. Indeed, they will. That'll be a first down.
Pumputis, the ball placement on that, under pressure, kind of off his back foot, really sort of off platform. He was out of rhythm, still delivers a strike. He's having a good night. Their team is down, but I really like the way he plays the game.
Ball down to the 28, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Pumputis under pressure, and he's going to be tackled.
Sacked by number 17.
That's 17, Ryan Sampson, as he cleans it up with the sack.
Gene, if he doesn't make that play, he's got another 20 yards in front of him. But Sampson is such a sure tackler, strong kid, did a great job. Sampson knew, I'm at the point of no return. I've got to wrap and twist that lower leg to try to get him down. And, man, good tackle because Pumputis almost broke free on a very heavy blitz. But credit to Sampson and the Pittsford D for holding on.
Goes back to the 36, 2nd down and 18. Here'll be the snap. And a blitz coming, and the screen set up nicely as Buttles, he's got blockers ahead of him. Buttles makes a cut, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Beautifully drawn up play. Goal to goal coming up for the Warriors.
I mean, it's a great play call. It hasn't hit for them much in this game, but that looked a little bit more like a boundary screen. The screen was thrown and completed a little bit wider, which I like. Middle screens, they can be good, but they can be tough. You know who made that tackle? A defensive lineman, Will Clank, hustled all the way down the field to make that play. Because that could have been a touchdown. Good hustle, but great play for Webster, knocking on the door.
Got to go to the full 10 here. 1st and goal from the 10 is Pumputis. Now he's going to take off. Pumputis spinning, and not much there, as that'll be Sampson making the tackle.
That's just good awareness. He started the rollout, and he saw what happens is Pittsford sometimes takes an inside linebacker on a rollout, and they actually send him to become the contained rush. And Pumputis saw it and replaced him. But the defensive line and the safeties and linebackers, they recovered. I like that read. It's just good awareness of what was happening in the play. He almost squeezed in there for a touchdown.
Cunningham to the near boundary on 2nd down and goal from the 6. Once again, a long play count. He'll be looking near side, the check down, and then Buttles bouncing off a tackle. Buttles the second effort, but he's going to be short of the goal line. He gets it down to the 1.
Got to wrap up. What a run after the catch for Buttles. Tough, low to the ground, looks strong, but you got to wrap him up. He was there, should have been brought down. Good throw from Pumputis.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Sam Gines on another safety blitz from Coach Marriott. See what they dial up here on 3rd down.
Long count. Play clock down to 12 as now Pumputis moseys up to his position, ready for the shotgun snap. Takes it, looking left, pointing in that direction. It's a fade throw, looking for Cunningham. Tough over the head grab, but they're going to throw the flag late on this.
The ball was thrown perfectly. Maybe if it's maybe a tad late. Maybe there was a hold that we missed, but the ball looked like right through his hands. I don't know. I don't make the decisions down there. It looked like he may have held him right there at the last second. They have a much better view than we do. Got to respect the officials. You got to respect the call.
So the pass interference, again, is not automatic first down. It'll be 3rd and goal. Just inside the 1.
The ball placement from Pumputis on that was just amazing.
Great, yeah. Pumputis has had a fantastic night. He'll hand it off, and then, Sampson coming up and drilling Sirianni on that for a loss of 1.
Smacked by number 17, Ryan Sampson.
Sirianni he could have got flagged there. He was upset. He obviously got hit really hard. Nobody likes to get hit that hard. But you know what? You take your licks. you get up, you hustle back in the huddle, and you live to fight another day. You don't want to get an unsportsmanlike conduct there on a play that didn't go your way.
So now it's 4th and goal from the 2. And this Pittsford fan base will go crazy here if they come up with a hold. Here's the snap, the throw. It's another fake pattern, pushing, and Cunningham
got his feet down. He got
did again. Yep, that's a touchdown. His second touchdown of the night, and Cunningham's going to do a little dance, and why not? Touchdown for Schroeder.
Again, the ball placement from Pumputis was just spectacular. Good catch, got his feet down. This is a great play.
Julian Cunningham with a 2-yard reception. We take a little look. Maybe a little bit of a push-up. What do you think?
When the ball is that close to the receiver and the defensive back, there's always going to be a little play here and there. At 35, 13, maybe 14 here.
Abby Neal. Wow, what a leg she has. Abby Neal drilling that right through the uprights.
Listen, trust your soccer players. Get them on your football teams while you can. Get them to stop playing soccer. Have them play in the fall because they've got the legs. Great kick.
Maybe you can talk soccer into moving into the spring, maybe, or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I'd be upsetting a lot of people, but luckily, not a lot of soccer fans are probably listening to this broadcast, so I think we're okay.
But you have to love that. No other opportunity. One of the. What good came out of not having football in the fall? Well, some kids are getting to play football that normally wouldn't here in the spring, and certainly Noah Guerra, for example, for Pittsford, a soccer player. So it's good to see kids giving this sport a try.
It's awesome. I've heard of football players playing soccer at some schools. Hey, get out there when you have a chance to play your sport. Whatever's happening out there in the state, with regulations and rules, if you get a chance to get out there and make and play and compete, get out there and do it.
8:04 remaining here tonight. 35-14 is our score.
You gotta tip your hat to the Webster offense, to the quarterback for showing true grit. You can fold and you can pack up your bags and say, hey, we're done, or you can just keep playing the game, keep slinging it, and convert on 4th down on just a beautiful ball thrown to the back of the end zone. That was awesome.
So Neal will boot this one away. And she'll get a low bouncer off, and that will be up to the 30. Bouncing it to the outside and up to about the 37. And you would figure at this point, if you're Pittsford, you're just keeping it on the ground.
35, Tyler Shatters.
Looked like Daniel Daly on the tackle. Good tackle on special
return
teams there.
Tyler Shatters, an up man with the return.
We might see Caleb Lewis here. Let's see if we see the backup quarterback. If not this particular drive, we may see it here, toward the end of the football game.
Yeah, Caleb Lewis, number 29. One of the good next-generation players here. Instead, it'll remain Lothar, and he'll hand it off.
He's got room.
And Edwards plowing ahead. Kean Edwards up to the 50-yard line, a gain of 12.
Oh, man, that hurt my leg watching that tackle. That was his leg got turned there at the end. He's good. He's okay. Good run. Good block, good acceleration through the hole.
First and 10, ball just inside of Schroeder territory. Long count as Lothar will hand it off. Edwards again, and Edwards, boy, not letting go with that jersey is number 16, Jedalyn Buffum.
Let me tell you right now, Andrew Bonani, number 77, he's got to put that on his highlight tape right now. That was a textbook G-pull, getting upfield, staying square, and just leveling the Webster linebacker. What a play. Even though it didn't work out for Pittsford as an offense, I just happened to be watching him on that play. And good ball player, heading to Colgate, to play in the Patriot League. He's going to have a great career, great kid.
to the receivers to the left on the 2nd down and 10. And it'll be Josiah Joyner. And Josiah Joyner will be wrestled down after a gain of 4. Stefano with the tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be a flag. The mouthpiece came out of the Pittsford kid's mouth, and the Webster kid came over and kicked it like Billy Martin off to the side.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, it's just frustration. They were talking to each other, and it just got out of hand, and he kicked the mouthpiece. You don't like to see it. Honestly, I don't know if I've seen that actually in a game where that's actually happened, but it's unfortunate because it's a good defensive play. I thought the interior defensive line did a great job in the last 2 plays of preventing, a big chunk run play. But now they just got to stay poised. There's no reason to turn this into something. Hey, it's 35-14. You're playing football. Don't let the result of the scoreboard affect your poise. You go out there and you win every play, and you don't let that poison your game.
Stephen Goodfriend is out on the field. There's going to be the end around. That's going to go to LaRocca. Had the end around touchdown before. This one won't go for much. It goes down to about the 28 for a gain of 3.
I like seeing this. Caleb Lewis, the backup quarterback's in the game now, had a tremendous JV season last year on a very good Pittsford team. And he's got the call here from Coach Malinich and Coach Burness. I like that. Get your young guys some experience. Continue to develop your program and your players.
So Lewis, there you see number 29 on 2nd down and 7. And he'll get the good snap and hand it off. And this will be Edwards, and Edwards will get enough for the first down, getting it to the 20 for a gain of 8.
I know Brian Hawkins is listening to this call, and he's got to love the vision and the ability of that running back to diagnose the block, change his pace, accelerate through contact. Tremendous running back play I'm seeing from this guy. What's his name?
Kean Edwards.
Kean Edwards. I really like the way he's playing right now. I just like his style.
Clank will be the tight end on the left side of this formation as the handoff. And again, it'll be Edwards. Edwards, keeping his balance, got hit but was able to lean forward for another yard. And he'll get it down to the 13-yard line again, is 7.
He knows how to use pace changes. He knows how to keep the defense up. He's not just sprinting, right? He's changing up his cuts and his pacing. And when he accelerates, I don't know. Of all the guys that I've seen tonight, he might have some of the – he's just a different style, right, some of these other guys. But I'm very impressed with him.
Josiah Joyner will be the running back here on 2nd down and 3 as this keeps the clock moving here for Pittsford. As the handoff goes inside, and Joyner will have enough for the first down. Nice big hole he could run through, and that goes down to the 9.
Joyner's a downhill runner, more of a power runner. And, really the Pittsford talent overall this year, if you really look at it from top to bottom, their backfield is loaded. They've got 3 or 4 different styled running backs. They've got a jet sweep guy. This is a talented group.
Carter Black will check in. He'll be the receiver to the near side as Coach Malinich working in some different numbers here, getting everyone involved. As Joyner, who has a touchdown tonight, he will be the running back. High snap, and at the handoff, not exactly clean, and that results in no gain on the play.
Nathan Rohde is out of the game, but he's had a tremendous day also in that the first 3 quarters. He hasn't seen a whole lot of action here in the 4th, but he runs hard, and he accelerates. He's strong, and just the change of pace from all these different backs getting touches, it's got to be fun for these guys. Right now it looks like Keir Edwards is back in the game at running back. I look for him to break one here. He's in the zone.
Yep, so Lewis remains your quarterback as Keir Edwards, with it being 2nd and goal at the 9. And the handoff will once again trying to get around the right side, but he's tackled from behind. That's going to be number 42, Nicholas DiStefano, the linebacker, coming from behind to make the play.
Good tackle, good pursuit, and just a textbook, wrestling move right there. 2-legged takedown from behind. Great job.
This will bring us under 3 minutes to go here tonight.
I don't think Pittsburgh's going to put the ball up in the air here. I think they're going to run the ball again. If they don't get it, you're likely to see the field goal team.
3rd and goal from the 8. Edwards remains the running back, 2 tight end formation. Here's going to be the snap, and then rolling to his right, it'll be Lewis. Lewis has room. Lewis to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. That is number 29, Caleb Lewis, 8 yards.
Now Caleb turned around and was like, where's the defense? There was nobody there. And you got to credit the Pittsford offense for effectively running power over and over and over again, and you lull that backside guy asleep. You know, Pittsford's called that maybe twice all game, but they've called it twice in really important situations when that defense is really under a lot of tension, and it's worked out great for them. Hats off to the play caller, Jason Burness.
So Gines to hold. Here's Guerra for the extra point to make this 42-14. Oh, it's going to be a fake here, a design fake. And Gines in trouble. They haven't blown this dead yet. I mean, that looked like that was in the grass, and the 2-point conversion is no good.
I mean, they're having fun out here. You know, they're trying to, a fake extra point. Sam Gines trying to throw the football up. At 41-14,
right.
The game's pretty well out of reach at this point, so now we're going to find out what will Webster do on the offensive side. Will they start to sub and pull back the reins, or will Webster continue, putting their foot on the gas to try to get better, for next week?
It's a fine balance because you want to give the seniors all the time because they have earned it. Mm-hmm. Coach Stump also wants. I don't know how would you handle it? No, everybody in the normal year, you give the younger guys a look right now, but do you give a little more to the seniors knowing what everybody's been through here in the last year?
I mean, we don't know their situation either. We don't know if they're dealing with some injuries, and we don't know who their backup quarterback is. And you don't want to put some guys out there in a position that they could get hurt either. So you don't want to see your number one quarterback go down, but you also want to put in somebody back, someone back there, and then have him get teed off on. So I don't know. In my opinion, you probably could keep your ones in here for at least another drive. See if you can drive the field and put up some points. But if you could also sub your guys and let your young guys get some playing time. Luckily, we don't have to make those decisions up here.
Not at all. 2:32 remaining here tonight. And that end-over-end kick, and that will be brought up by number 3, Tyler Stack, and Stack will get it across the 25 and up to the 28.
By number 19, Bryce Wollman.
So 19, Bryce Wollman with a special teams tackle.
The unfortunate thing on that drive was Webster held on and then got that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which kind of gave Pittsford new life deep into their territory. It happens. It happens, and you can't go back, but you can learn from those mistakes and try to keep your poise and composure on the next play. Coach Malinich is over here talking to Andrew Bonani. Bonani's a 3-year starter. Andrew and one of my former players currently at Cornell, Onami Kensington, used to train together a little bit. And Onami used to just praise Andrew and his ability and his strength, his humility. Just a great kid all the way around. But, man, he is a powerful dude.
Well, Pumputis will come back out, but we've got some different names and numbers here at the skill positions. We'll see who gets the touches and the handoff. This will go to Sirianni. He's got a big hole, and that's, I believe, the best run by a running back tonight. Goes for a first down for Schroeder, that is. Across the 40 up to the 42 for a gain of 13.
Take the scoreboard out of it. We're playing high school football here. This is actually good for the game to get your twos in on both sides, and as a coach, continue to coach every guy on your team. Don't let up. You just keep coaching. These guys deserve it. They laid it on the line for you. Keep coaching.
Shatters with the tackle as Pumputis. He's going to throw.
Good throw.
And that's going to be caught. And that's Tyler Stack with his first reception of the evening. Gets it up to the 50.
It's a good play. It's a good play. Good throw. Like seeing it. Big James Little. Man, he is a large human being. Left tackle. I believe he's reclassifying in the next year. But, tough for him. Tough for the Webster team to go 0-2. But they're a resilient group. Great group of coaches and players, and they're going to come back stronger next week.
As Pumputis takes the snap, and it's going to be a throw far side. Jaden Barrett with the catch, and Barrett gets it into Pittsford territory as we're nearing a minute remaining. For this Pittsford team is they're going to win. you got to like how they responded, because that week 1 loss to Hilton, they shook it off here tonight. They were down 7-0 early in this game, and they showed a lot of mental toughness here tonight.
They did. You got to have that mental grit, and you got to have that patience.
3rd and 1. Snap. Bumputis throws, going deep. He's got a man, and then defense coming over there the last second.
Who is that safety? Because he made a great play on the ball. Broke on it at the last second with a relatively accurate throw. Little bit high, sailed on it a little bit.
Carter Black and Aiden Mensch are the 2 defenders here to break that up.
Give credit to Carter Black for coming off the hash there and making a big play for Pittsford.
This will set up 4th and 1. We have 47 seconds remaining here tonight. Pittsford coming. And Paputis, he's going to scramble out of this. Has a man wide open. That's going to be Sirianni. Has some green, and then he gets tripped up across the 30. And, yeah, he's just a little frustrated on that one. But good play, though, and nonetheless. And that'll give the Warriors a first down.
Gene, it's not often you see a quarterback at the high school level ever hit a check down. In that case, he got through his progressions, hit the check down for a big gain.
Oh, Paputis has had a great game here tonight. He'll take the snap, throws, going end zone, and getting bumped up. Intended receiver was Barrett, but it looks like he wasn't able to go where he wanted to go in terms of getting that ball.
I mean, that was like seeing a different quarterback. I mean, his footwork initially was pretty good, but then he sort of threw that blind, trying to have his receiver make a play late in the game here. But overall, Pumputis has played a spectacular game, trying to do all he can to carry the weight of the Webster offense on his shoulders. Appreciate you.
22 seconds remaining. Pumputis near side, and that's incomplete. That was Tyler Stack trying to pull that in.
Pretty good throw. He put it where he needed to put it. He threw it a little bit low. But now we're at 18.3 seconds. Pittsford now moving up to 1-1. And Webster down to 0-2. Again, you still got to continue coaching. You still got to keep playing the game and enjoy it. Have fun when you're out there. You can't get too caught up in the wins and losses in high school football. You're out here to have a good time. You're out here to compete and make memories.
Sirianni is your running back. And if this gets tackled in bounds, this might be our last play of the game. Here's going to be the throw. It's going to be picked off. Far side, that is going to be number 8, Carter Black. Carter Black across the 50, and he's going to be taken down. And with 5 seconds remaining, that will do it here tonight for Pumputis.
It's really his first mistake.
That's it.
But I don't even know if I can call that a mistake. Black, for the second time, has done a good job reading the eyes of the quarterback, understanding the route combinations that are in front of him, and then breaking on the football to make that play. A good run after the interception. I credit him in the secondary, and this is coached by again Matt Rice up here coaching the defensive backs, former Red Jacket guy, Rockport grad, played 4 years of defensive back. Just does a great job coaching these guys. Hats off to both teams, both coaching staffs, the officials, and all the people here, all the parents. What a great night here, Gene.
Well, they'll just take the last 5 seconds off the clock, and that'll do it here tonight. And for Pittsford, their season's alive at 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, if week 1 was you took a decision loss to a team, this is a knockout win for a team like Pittsford. They really needed a statement win, and they got it in week 2. Tip of the cap to both teams, Coach Mlinich on the big win.
We want to thank you for watching here tonight. For everyone here from Varsity Media, Ben Turchin, Joel Balthaser, our director tonight, but who, by the way, getting everything. We had all sorts of technical issues beforehand, but everything got up and running. You would never know that thanks to the fine guidance of Joel Balthaser and the team here. And, Coach, hopefully we get to do this once again because I learn more about football doing these games with you. I mean, it is like a clinic listening to you call these games. For Mark Vitacor, my name is Gene Battaglia. Thank you for watching. Support Section 5 football, and thanks to these kids for putting out this effort tonight. Our final score here tonight, Pittsford 41 and Schroeder 14. Have a good night, everyone.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area's leader in sports media production. We specialize in live streaming,
Cuts inside. Touchdown, Red Devils. Rosin coach Greg Murphy. There's you.
What a move!
And the foul.
videography, and photography. Covering all sports at all levels. We feature aerial photography and videography, college recruiting videos, live streaming of games,
Patience offensively against this excellent defense. Now the shot's fired. How about that? Right into the top of the cage off the stick.
Be second down and 3. Handoff this time right up the middle. And B.J. Clark is gone for the touchdown.
school events, graduations. Varsity Media is available to cover a game, a tournament, a season, or any special event.
Talk to us a little bit about what went through your mind, how you prepared for that to run such a fast speed.
Currently, spectators are limited at events. Let Varsity Media bring the event to your fans. Contact Varsity Media today for more information. Online at varsitymedia.net or by phone at 866-577-1950.